to be here. You locked him in the room. That's exactly why he's not happy.
Now, though.
Yeah.
He loves his box.
Yeah, well, you know what? He'll meow. The viewers don't think we're crazy. They were talking to a cat who's clearly not in the room. Though he is.
Oh, he wants to jump me. Never mind.
Yeah, no, he's angry at you.
He wants to play.
He's mad because you locked him in the room.
No, he wants to play.
Yeah, he always wants to play. Yeah, he's happy.
He's not mad. He just wants to play.
Hey there, everybody.
Welcome back to the grand finale of...
The Dango Duo SUFFERCAST, featuring Detroit Become Human.
Suffer through Detroit Become Human.
Who are you?
I'm Kitty.
And I'm Max.
And Yanto is in the room, I swear.
Oh, he's in... they can hear him rustling. Welcome. Today we'll be covering chapters 28 through 32 of Detroit Become Human, David Cage's latest game.
David Cage's magnum opus? Questions?
And you may be noticing a change in tone, and that is because we have witnessed not one but two different endings of the game.
Very different endings.
Very different endings.
Fair.
I mean, leads to the same places though. It's the David Cage thing of like, look at all these choices that funnel you into the same final scenario.
The same like two choices, except
androids
don't accept androids.
Yeah, except for Kara, I guess,
because the story doesn't matter.
Yeah, and actually Kara's story is invalidated by Marcus's story, but you know what? Whatever, it's fine. Also, in case you're wondering, Max, you sound really controlled today. It's because yesterday, from our timeline, Hammond was revealed for Overwatch, and Overwatch is dead. Overwatch,
and the day
Overwatch
before
lore
that, we finished watching
Detroit. Yeah, so this sort of thing where I was like, I have no faith in storytelling, fucking video games are dead. Yep. It's fine.
It's fine.
Should we go over our points first? Because we have big points that we want to bring up first.
That's probably the best idea.
So, Kitty, here's your points. Feel free to tackle them however you want.
Yeah.
I guess you can just go number one.
Yeah, number one. So, as we were watching people play the two different perspectives of playing this game, as you have, this is your first SUFFERCAST, go back and watch.
Yeah, go watch the last two episodes.
But we've been watching Northern Lion and Super Best Friends play. And I was actually reading, because Twitter's been all up in flames over this game. It's either in flames or in lust with this game, because Connor Hank.
Yeah, because it's really easy when you have a pasty, boring-looking white dude.
Yeah, who's presented as coming out.
Yeah, it's fine, but it's not a coming out of age story. It's not a coming out of the closet story.
No.
And it's
not about you could see it as that.
And it's not about race.
It's not about race. It's about family.
It's about family.
But I was reading this article, and it really pointed out a good thing that, like, to have an allegory about, androids as black people, as oppressed people, is not a bad, allegory. It's one that many people have used throughout sci-fi, throughout the age of sci-fi, basically.
And it's the thing that I brought up earlier, that, like the origin of the word robot comes from the Czech word robota, which is slave labor.
Yeah, exactly.
And from a point of view, you could say that, the stories about robots, or that deal with androids particularly, because they're the ones that look like humans, are always allegories for racism.
Yeah.
And not to slide in with my stupid point, but it's just the idea that, like, if you need an allegory to understand that racism is bad, that being racist is bad, like, you're beyond fucking hope at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, that's the thing where, like,
the only like media thing that has done this well, I think, is like kids media.
Yeah,
because kids can't understand this kind of broad concept yet.
Fair.
Like Zootopia was a really good example of like kind of teaching kids this lesson for us adults. That was like, of course you don't want to be bad to the other species of animals. That's stupid. But for kids, it kind of like puts it into a different perspective.
That's fair.
Well,
so you're saying
Detroit
is for kids?
No, it's certainly not for kids. That's the problem. You're treating us like kids, and then But
the thing is this. David Cage didn't come into this wanting to tell a story about racism.
But he told a story about androids in Detroit fighting for their freedom.
Yeah.
So, anyway, the point of
this... We'll go through all the stupidity in a moment, but Kitty's point is...
the point of this, and then the article I was reading, is, like, really points into perspective. To have a good allegory with, androids as slaves, as black people, as oppressed people, you need to have, like, good humans who put you through, like, for example, I can't think of an actual like story with this because I don't read much sci-fi, but you need somebody who's helpful to the androids, who like is on their side, who isn't just you can't have like all of humanity against these one people because that's not how it worked.
And is the thing that like when you stop to realize like 99% of all the human people you ever meet are anti-androids,
assholes to androids,
and assholes, and I would almost
your 1% is the black woman.
Yeah, Rose, who goes out of her way to
remind us that
this
is very similar to what black people had to go through.
Yeah, which, like, that's just
because you pointed out David Cage does not mean it makes it worthwhile.
It doesn't make you clever either when you say the very obvious thing that is still very stupid.
Yeah.
There are no good humans, there's never a point about arguing whether androids deserve rights.
No.
There's never an argument. There's never, like, you don't get sensible people going, well, I mean, let's be real here. They are malfunctioning though. We never get that.
You don't get the discussion of, are they real, or is this real intelligence, real, like, life that is happening. You never get that because everyone is either anti-androids or the Underground Railroad. Yeah, and all of your androids, their point of view is always portrayed as being right, in spite of the problems that may bring forward. Yeah. And all of the humans, their point of view is presented as being wrong, or on the wrong side of history, or the wrong side of history, etc. Which is, but we still have that problem where, like, people clearly don't see androids as people. They see them as objects, but they treat them like people. Yeah. Like the idea, like, again, like in what happens in Jericho later on, where like soldiers are going in shooting all the androids, and then when Connor's on the screen, they're like, "Oh, put your arms up." Yeah. It's like, no, they were just filling with bullets. That's stupid. That's not how that works. But yeah, there are no good humans in this story. No. And there's only Rose. And I mean, like, a tertiary character. Like, you need someone in the center of the story to make the argument. If like, a human making the argument for the androids. If Carl had lasted longer, he could have been that character. Apparently, he can come back. That's ridiculous. Yeah, it is ridiculous. That's stupid. We're gonna look up... we're gonna spoil the hell out of ourselves because this game ends without closing any fucking loops. Yeah, no... And, like... Name one loop that gets closed. And we got some good endings. We only got, like, a couple of bad endings throughout the two playthrough perspectives that we got. And, oh my god, there's so much to go over here. But, like, the other problem, and I was looking up that secret ending that involves Kamsky, relies on Connor failing to find Jericho, because if you fail to find Jericho, the public fails to find Jericho. Right, because you're tracking Connor. Yeah, see... And that's the problem when you have your own characters fighting against each other. Yeah, exactly. It's very stupid. It gets extra stupid later on. But first, before that, Kitty, there's one more point you want to bring up, and it's so strong that it's like actually like killing me the more I think about it. So there's this trope in media and stuff like that, as like in real life. By the way, this is not like the damsel in distress. This is a real live thing. Yeah. It's called, like, the good minority, basically, where it's like these minorities who are fighting for their rights never do anything bad, never harm anyone, never inconvenience anyone else. But they're still getting their rights somehow, which doesn't make any goddamn sense. And it's not only that, but it's also the expectation that like a person who is willing to not go the peaceful route for their rights has that desire invalidated. Yeah. Like your stance is invalidated because you because you cracked a window or something. Yeah, or you smashed a window. Yeah, and that of course is fucking bullshit. Yeah, because that's not how rights are won. In history. And that's not to get super real right now, but that's a very status quo / never don't disturb the white people. Yeah, it's like I want you to fight for your rights, but like don't disturb me. But like don't stop traffic for your protest. And don't make me feel bad about it. Yeah. And don't make me think about the ways in which I reinforce these negative stereotypes. Yeah. And it's something and that's fucking bullshit. And it's something as, like, a white person myself I do struggle with because I'm, like, not a violent person, but it's kind of the thing where it's like, yeah, when you fight for your rights, historically, it's been pretty bloody. Yeah. Like, we don't even have to bring up, like, we don't even have to go back as far as slavery. We can go to Stonewall. Yeah, listen. But anyway, in this game, let's not forget. Yeah, and also, these are not, again, things that are humanity has overcome. These are things that we're still dealing with right now. Yeah. And I don't think David Cage even thought about the implications of what he's writing about. No. David Cage has always been the kind of person who just writes for shock value and doesn't think about it. Hold on to that thought,
But as Kitty was saying, when it comes to Marcus in this game, whenever you are marching or I guess rioting is really the only thing that I can think about it.
Yeah.
But you are posed with the option of being peaceful
or violent.
And the peaceful choice is always portrayed
as correct
and mechanically rewarded because
the public becomes sympathetic of you.
Yeah.
Like the public opinion grows as you are more peaceful.
And you're more peaceful.
You're more violent, it goes down.
Yeah, which affects your ending.
Yes.
Because if you don't have a positive opinion of the public, at the end the president can choose to just shut everything down or give you an actual shot, which is fucking bullshit.
Which is kind of weird, actually, because the best friends had a sympathetic public opinion, but because I guess North rioted, she was like, nah.
Yeah.
Which kind of invalidates the entire public opinion thing.
Man, I mean, like, they were taking androids to camps. They should have just peacefully protested.
Yeah.
They should have just peacefully protested, I mean, like...
Why didn't they just sing?
Yeah, why didn't... Kitty, what about...
My other points are...
It's just the general David Cage point of, like, wanting to have a conversation about... No, wanting to have a
cool
dramatic,
moments.
shocking story, but without having the conversation about the things that are happening, also known as...
Wanting to eat your cake and fuck it too.
You want to eat that cake and fuck it too.
And it's also like, David Cage, I want to use these powerful Martin Luther King quotes, but I don't want to talk about racism in America. Partially because he's French. And I don't think he has a fucking clue what he's doing. In general, but especially about American politics.
And listen, I'm not saying... Again, I say this every fucking time. It's not that you can't write a story about this. It's that you kind of have to commit and actually go all the way. You can't just, half-ass your way through a story that is ultimately about race.
Yeah, no. And we'll see the consequences of this action.
Yeah.
And then also
the last point, which is actually a really important point that no one brings up.
Yeah.
And how strangely... Not out of character, because it's fucking David Cage. But just say it. Just say it.
Kind of out of character.
Out of
character for David Cage. Kara doesn't get a romantic relationship with Luther that's not forced upon her.
But Kitty, it's because he's black.
But Marcus and North.
No. See, Marcus is only half black.
Apparently.
See, he's that kind of black that white people are okay with. The non-threatening black. That's why Luther is huge
and black
and threatening.
Yep.
So that's why he doesn't get a romantic subplot.
As far as the endings we've seen, I don't know if they get a really good ending, they kiss at the end. It seems stupid, but
that would be silly, but it seems really unlikely. As for my points, now you may be thinking, oh, Dango Duo, you didn't do your research. Having watched 2 different Let's Plays of this game is great because it lets us see different scenes from different points of view, and there's a recurring thing in this game that is very stupid.
That you can see very obviously once you get to this ending point where characters can die.
Yeah, and scenes play out regardless of whether a character's alive or dead, but someone else will be at that scene. If Marcus happens to die, North will take over as the leader, and the scenes that Connor has with Marcus would instead be with North. And you know what's the stupidest part? North and Marcus will have the exact same lines.
Exact same dialogue.
That's fucking lazy.
Yeah.
That's talk about a chance to actually have it be different. They say the exact same lines. Doesn't North and Marcus make the exact same speech too?
Yep.
That's lazy. That is actually lazy. And it's ridiculous when Marcus is saying things that North would say, but they don't make sense for Marcus anymore. Marcus's character stops the instant he dies.
He might die. Yeah.
No. Wait, when he, quotation fingers, dies at the beginning.
You're not wrong, honestly.
Because who is he? Who is he now?
He's a revolutionary leader.
He's, I don't know. It's just fucking, and the whole characters reading each other's lines. It's fucking lame. I fucking hate that. Also, a mechanic in the game that makes no sense to me is the software instability that Connor gets. What does it mean when it goes up? Because when it goes up, it's blue, and when it goes down, it's red.
Yeah.
So when you get less software instabilities,
it's bad. When it goes down, you get less software instability, which means you're more like you're supposed to be as a machine.
See, but I thought that from Connor's point of view, having a mental instability would be bad. So
it is because it is for Connor.
Yeah, but the game is saying that being a deviant is the right thing.
Exactly.
That's stupid. Yeah. I fucking hate it. Also, oh my god, are you ready for the? Okay. Okay, hold up. Don't quit the video just yet. If I can get you to know one thing about Detroit right now, okay?
One ridiculous thing.
One ridiculous and also very stupid thing. Because, we made the point last time that somehow in Detroit we go from clear weather to heavy rain to snow to heavy snow.
Yeah.
And we did know that the story takes place in November. Mm-hmm. Do you want to know when the story ends and when it begins? The story begins from Kara's point of view.
Not counting Connor's E3 demo.
Yeah, because the E3 demo takes place in August the 15th, but who cares?
Yeah, it's not really relevant.
Kara's story, or the first actual chapter in the game that is then followed by Marcus, takes place on November the 5th. Mm-hmm. You want to know when the story ends? The day of the battle for Detroit is November the 11th.
That's 6 days.
The events of this game happen over 6 days.
That's insane.
That's stupid.
That's not enough time.
Forget the snow, which is stupid. Mm-hmm. The plans for the Stratford Tower, all the supplies they have, all the people that are moving around, and you're telling me that in the course of 2 hours we go into martial law, there's curfew, every android on the street gets shot.
Yep. 2 hours.
In the course of like 2 hours.
Yep.
That's silly.
Yep.
And it's like the National Guard is here. It's like, don't you fucking know how logistics work? Like,
no.
like the military doesn't show up in 2 minutes.
No.
6 days.
All over the course of
6 days.
Also, it ends on November 11th.
Yeah. Also, in case you're wondering, Connor and Hank go through 5 cases, or like 4 cases in 6 days.
Yeah. It's because it's
That's stupid. That's actually like silly.
Lesbians. I'm trying to count all the victims. The first one. The android that got beaten.
Yeah. The guy with the notebook and the birds.
And the birds.
The lesbians.
And then there's one. Oh, at the Stratford Tower.
Yeah. 4 cases in 6 days. At
like
that point, you pull in another cop.
Yeah.
Like what are you doing? This is actually stupid. And this would get solved if one, he didn't have that fucking timer, or B, he actually spread it out over winter. Mm-hmm. Because listen, when you're having like if you have 4 cases of androids doing crimes in 4 days,
in like 5 or 4 days.
You actually pull in resources. It's actually silly.
It's ridiculous that it takes 4 cases for them to bring in the FBI.
That is silly. Mm-hmm. This is downright like cartoonish, and it just shows like David Cage's inability to just actually think about his stories as anything other than just like, I think he just wants moments. Yeah, he just like, oh, that would be a really cool moment. Like, but David, you have to establish it. It has to make sense. And David's like, oh no, it's fine.
Nah.
No. If you make it cool, the people would like it. There's one more thing. Mm-hmm. Chloe, which is the android in the main screen of the game, has a very stupid question that she asks you once.
Towards the end of the game. Not the final scene.
Not the final scene, which is also very stupid. She asks you, hey, person playing this game, are we friends? And this is really dumb, because your options are yes or no. If you say yes, she's like, well, of course.
She's happy.
Yeah, of course we are friends. There's no reason why androids and humans can't be friends. And if you say no, she's like, I see how it is. And you're never given the option to be like,
I don't know you.
We haven't talked. You've given me one survey. Like in my brain, because as we're watching, we're like, what would I say? I'm like, well, no, because I don't fucking know you. And then she's like, oh, you're racist.
Oof. You're not 100% wrong.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
Before we catch up with chapter 28, we need to catch up with the best friends.
Yeah, because we hadn't gotten right there.
So there's a lot of stuff to go through, so I'm gonna go over it really quickly. My notes are like fucking what is this, like 3 pages?
4 pages, probably.
4 pages. So on the Stratford Tower, chapter 23, the heist on the tower that is really, really, really bad. We learn one really important thing, and that is that Kamsky, the guy who invented androids,
is the guy who single-handedly invented androids.
Yeah. Him all by himself, he did it.
Yep.
He is not a chemist.
But he somehow invented blue blood.
He invented blue blood. Not being a chemist. I bet he's not even an engineer either.
Being one dude.
Just one dude.
One dude.
Because white guys can do whatever they want.
Yeah,
they can achieve anything.
He's a genius.
It's fine. Yeah.
Except he's not a chemist.
Yeah, he's not a chemist. He's not an engineer. He's not a robotics expert, but he did it.
he did it though.
That's fine. Also, one thing that we didn't see from NL's point of view, I think, is what happens to Simon. Because if you go into the kitchen, you have to deal with the three, with the deviant.
Yeah.
And that leads with Connor dying.
That gets locked in there once you go either to the roof or to the kitchen.
Yeah.
You pretty much get locked in.
The best friends went to the roof, which led into a scene with Simon, who was actually hiding in the roof.
on the roof, yep.
Yeah. Which actually conveniently leads with Simon killing himself.
Yep. And then Connor being very perturbed by it because he was connected to him trying to find Jericho at the time.
Yeah. So... That's funny.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with Simon when we catch up with Nell.
Oh, yeah, because...
Connor did not find Simon.
Yeah, so we'll see. Don't worry. And remember, he can't walk and he's dying. Remember that, okay?
Yeah.
So now the best friend's catching up with fucking Midnight Train, chapter 25, at Rose's house. Yeah. One thing I want you to keep in mind is that the cop who shows up at Rose's house, who looks like Paco from Heavy Rain, but don't worry about that.
Yep, or the guy from the beginning of
Beyond Two Souls. This cop... doesn't know Rose.
No.
Because you just have random cops all over because
this, like,
your county doesn't have
town.
like just 3 cops. There's just wandering cops everywhere. Like it's the fucking Wild West or something. The idea that this cop who's clearly from this area would knock on this door and not be like, "Oh, hey, Rose.
Where's Rose? Hey, yeah, then where's Rose?" Yeah.
It's silly. It's ridiculous. Also, the game lies during that segment.
We found out that the game lies a lot.
The game lies a lot. So in that segment, when the cop comes in, when the cop knocks on the door, you have to hide Android evidence, and the game tells you there's 4 bits of evidence, but only 3 are highlighted.
Well, no, when you scan the room, actually, I think only 1 is highlighted.
I
don't even remember.
I think the door leading to the washroom is not highlighted. I think.
Yeah.
But the door that has all the components is highlighted, and the magazine is highlighted. I think, but because you can touch it.
Yeah, because you can touch it. Yeah.
The door leading to the washroom, I'm not sure about it because the friends did get it. The one they almost missed is the pile of Android clothes sitting by the fireplace.
And up to this point, you could scan and see which things you could interact with.
And that's the game mechanic.
It's very helpful.
It's what an Android would do.
Yeah.
The fact that the game would lie to you and be like, no, you can't interact with this, in spite of you needing to interact with it and being able to interact with it, that's bullshit.
Yeah, listen.
That's not clever,
no.
David. That's actually just bullshit.
That's annoying. And don't be like, well, you got to do it, otherwise you'll get noticed by the cop, and it doesn't matter if you fail. Probably doesn't matter.
And now over to Capital Park, chapter 26. That is where Marcus.
We have the big demonstration or riot,
depending. By the way, I want to let you know that the game goes out of its way to let you know that there are cameras outside of the CyberLife store, and they see Marcus and North, but they don't do anything.
Yeah.
The drones also do see you, by the way. Just a little fun point. I like it that no matter how you... Or when you actually go to the solution, North is actually standing on the path of the drone.
Yeah.
Underneath it as you're jumping on it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the drone would have already seen her before, like, getting incapacitated by you.
Hey, remember that part earlier in the game where you're actually finding the graffiti that has the code? The game established there's real graffiti, but there's also future graffiti that the game never establishes. We don't ever talk about how it works.
It comes out of fucking nowhere.
See, that's where the fucking magazines would actually be helpful somewhere to explain these bits of world building. But just magic graffiti that just they project
holographic graffiti.
Yeah, that we never explain, we never talk about, but whatever, that's fine, right?
Back, really.
Yeah. Also, so at the end of that sequence, when you have all your androids and you're marching peacefully or violently, whatever, it doesn't matter. After a single drone flies by, and then
everyone's like, "Oh no, the cops are here!"
And I'm gonna describe this to you, okay? The androids run forward. Marcus stays behind. You take a step forward around the corner, and you
hear some gunshots.
You hear gunshots, and we counted them. There is 11 android corpses on the ground. 2 gunshots sounded.
Yeah, there's like 2 or 3.
It's been half a second.
Like, not even, like, any time at all.
David, what the fuck?
And the North's like, they killed them all.
Like, you take a step forward, you walk into the scene trigger, there's 2 gunshots and 11 androids dead.
Yeah.
That's stupid. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
David.
Come on. Like, this just goes to show the awful workspace that it must be, the work environment at fucking...
Wanting Dream.
Wanting Dream. That, like... there must be people who are like, this is fucking stupid. Because like
they can't speak up about it because
this is what I like to refer to as the George Lucas situation, where it's like
everyone around us knew how stupid it was, but we couldn't say no to George Lucas.
I am certain that everybody thought Jar Jar Binks was going to be a bad idea.
It's fine. It's for the kids.
It's also because it's right up there with being racially insensitive. That and the very clearly Jewish alien that fucking runs the fucking pod races, and I'm like, Lucas. Oh, by the way, chapter 27, the Kamsky test from the point of view of the best friends, who do indeed decide
not to shoot
Chloe.
Yeah.
Now remember, Kamsky tells you that he'll tell you everything you want to know.
But
he'll give you all the answers.
As we played NL's perspective, NL asked one question, and Kamsky said, "Nah, that's enough."
Yeah, you ask one question, and that's it. And ironically, because he asked about RA9, I think, and he's like, "Yep, that wasn't the right question," but that's all you get.
Yeah. And
that's stupid.
Yeah.
You know. Also, by the way, remember that Kamsky said that he always leaves a back exit
in his programming.
In all his programming.
Please remember
in spite of not being a programmer or a chemist or an engineer.
And in spite of, in the Best Friends playthrough, Connor not shooting the android, he still gets that piece of tidbit information.
Yeah.
Which will actually not become relevant in the Best Friends playthrough.
No, but it will be in an Elf's playthrough.
Yes.
And now, Chapter 28, The Freedom March.
So this is where we can converge. Because we were watching these almost simultaneously, like a day or two apart from each other, basically.
Now, before we actually go to the march,
what
you need to remember is that we have a scene with Marcus where he gets to be all alone in a snowy rooftop. And this is actually terrible because we saw both ends of it, and you can tell that there's no choice here.
You just gotta spend some time doing something.
And then North shows up, and you have a conversation with North. Regardless of whether you've been good to North or bad to North,
the game still forces you down a path.
And that path is...
We are now lovers.
No. You're thinking, Max, Kitty. That's dumb.
Yes.
That cannot be the phrasing the game did. Yes.
No.
The upper right corner, just a little thing. North is now your lover.
Her relationship bar goes up to lover.
And,
path unlocked.
And then you have robot sex.
Yeah, we're touching hands in public.
That's stupid.
Like, come on.
That is dumb. Also, can we talk about how dumb it is that, like their skin is all holographic, including their hair? Yes, Kara cut her hair in an earlier scene, but it was all a hologram. David
didn't.
You can tell. He thought about that later.
Yeah.
He thought about the whole skin fading away thing, which is really dumb.
He thought about the hair cutting scene.
Which is really dumb.
Yeah.
Also, can I just say that, I feel that androids lose... Okay, we'll take a break in a minute. Androids lose a lot of their humanity when they're not people with faces. Yeah. They are a model of android who all look the same.
Yeah.
I feel their humanity kind of fades away a little bit when you're like, oh yeah, that's a fucking AX400, which is the Kara model.
Yeah, exactly.
And they all look the same.
Oh, that's the North model, the sex bot.
Yeah, the actually literally dream partner sex bot.
Yeah, that's the thing.
We will go into the march after a quick break. And so, the Freedom March, in which Marcus decides to walk down the street,
converting androids.
Can we just talk about how dumb that is? Not that he is giving androids just the will to live, just by just touching them.
And then later not touching them.
Yeah. The fact that the prompt says convert, it's not liberate, it's not free, it's not enlighten, it's convert.
Yeah.
Which makes it seem as though it's supposed to be... Bad. Sinister. Insidious. But it's always just convert them. Convert them to your side. Yeah. Because that's what happens, right? You know? That's dumb. That's fucking dumb. But anyhow,
So Connor walks down the mall, touching all these androids. Marcus, excuse me.
I mean, he does it later too, it's fine.
It's fine. The power of conversion carries on even if Marcus dies. So Marcus, walks down this mall, it's just like, boop, boop, boop. You're free. You're free.
You're free. Yeah.
And then, like, half the humans don't even notice when their android just, like, leaves. It's so stupid.
Especially when they're standing at a crosswalk.
Yeah, and I think in Northern... I forget whose perspective. I think it was Northern Line's perspective, where he had already blocked the road. By the time he got that android standing where the lady was going to cross the crosswalk, it's like, lady, you should really pay attention. You can't even cross the crosswalk now.
There's one owner who reacts, but he's a greasy, old, fat-looking man.
Who looks like Todd, so of course
he's clearly bad, and you can just be like, no, he chose to be free, which is a lie because that android didn't choose to be free. You just touched that and converted it to your side.
And now we get what could have been a cool moment in a better game.
Yeah.
Marcus starts walking down the street, all in, like, you can't run or walk fast at this point. It's all like a cinematic walk.
So when in MMOs we call the RP walk.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're actually walking.
Yeah.
Where he suddenly now, because this game is stupid, he can convert without touching anyone.
Yeah, just
so
wirelessly.
He points to somebody and goes, "Come." Yeah. He goes, "Come with me." He makes the "come with me" hand gesture. And in a better game, that could be a cool moment where people just suddenly like gather up to his march, and then this march becomes this huge thing. That's cool. That's a cool idea. But this game is stupid.
But in a David Cage game, that makes no sense.
Because how can he now suddenly wirelessly convert people?
Because if he can do that, he can wirelessly hack things.
He does. And then he does. He hacks the billboard.
If you can wirelessly hack, why don't you, I don't know, hack everything?
Yeah.
Literally hack the world.
Hack the world.
By the way, there's a small thing you can miss. Because if you turn to the right, you can convert like a bunch of working guys. If you turn to the left, there is a babysitter, an android babysitter, pushing a baby carriage.
Yeah. And at first, I didn't see the parents, so it was like terrifying for me. But the parents are right there too.
Yeah. It's a Kara model.
Yeah.
And you can actually choose to just let her be, which is stupid.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
But can we consider how dark the idea is of just stealing the babysitter?
Yeah, it's like, what if she had been alone at that point without the parents? Like, that terrified me for a second.
It's okay, Kitty.
Like,
that baby is racist.
Yeah.
It's okay, Kitty. It's fine. It's fine. This, of course, leads to the authorities showing up.
Of course.
Oh, wait. But not before you get some nice prompts of what you want your crowd of androids to scream.
Equal rights.
We have a dream.
Yep. Freedom.
Equal rights for androids. And I love how, like, the news network, like, only shows up whenever it's convenient for them to be on screen.
Pretty much.
They were not there for when Marcus gets shot. Oh, by the way, the cops show up, and you can immediately choose to flee, charge forward, or stand your ground. And if you stand your ground, people around you just keep getting shot.
Yeah, they just keep.
But they don't shoot who's clearly the leader.
The leaders of this. Oh, and by the way, if in NL's playthrough, we'll talk about this really quick because it's the stupidest thing. Simon comes back.
Oh yeah, by the way, Simon comes back. You know the guy who we left in the tower
behind? He's fine now.
He just walked home. Oh, but keep an eye out because this is gonna happen again with a different character.
Yeah.
Who you live for dead, and then they just come back because that's okay. It's fine. I bet he cauterized his leg wounds. He cauterized his leg. No.
So in NL's perspective, all four of them are there in the front, obviously leading the pack, and the cops don't shoot any of them.
It's because they have plot armor, Kitty. That's the important android.
So this scene can also go kind of in a strange way.
Because you can actually sacrifice Marcus.
Yeah.
You can actually, and that's what the best friends did.
And that is what NL did also.
Yeah, but because NL saved that one android at the facility. He conveniently jumps in front of the bullet
to save Marcus.
To save you.
So Marcus continues on in NL's playthrough.
Yeah. Oh, actually, Simon comes back.
Yep.
Marcus conveniently saved by black man who sacrificed himself.
Thank you, Max. Max note.
We were pausing like every 2 minutes because this game is so bad.
Towards the end, where it was just like
there's a point in we died at different points.
We did.
In the final episode, there was like a point where I just broke.
Yeah, you just like spit took without even drinking anything. Yeah. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And what was the? Oh no, there was a point where I was like, "This is fucking stupid."
Yeah. You were like.
I was legitimately angry.
Rolled up into a ball on the couch.
I was legitimately angry. I can't remember what it was, but I remember being fucking angry.
Yeah, I forget.
But
it's fine because we're going into the Last Chance, chapter 29.
Last chance,
Connor.
Yeah. This can go a slightly multitude of ways. Very, very small.
But before that, I want to let you all know that the place that Connor keeps going to with Amanda is not real. It's in his head.
Yep, all in his head.
It makes less sense now.
Confirm.
Why was there snow? Why was there snow?
Because it imitates real life, maybe. Except
No,
it
that's
didn't, because it
stupid.
was fall
That's stupid.
and summer and spring. It imitated all the seasons.
Yep. So Amanda's place is not real.
Nope, she's not real.
Also, we have a nice conversation with Amanda where her tone keeps changing.
She's like, I'm very disappointed in you, Connor. How are you doing, Connor?
You think she's joking? She's actually completely correct.
really
That's exactly
not.
what happens. Also, I get to bring up a plot hole. Are you ready? Hell yeah, everybody. Remember earlier in the very second case that you do with Connor, with the guy who beat his android, because remember, all humans are evil.
Yep.
Remember when freaking Connor licked the blood for the first time and Hank was like, ugh, gross. Connor goes out of his way to let us know that blue blood, the one that powers androids, evaporates when it has contact with the air, and it becomes invisible to the human body.
To the human eye after 2 days.
To the human eye, yeah. After 2 days?
I believe it's 2 days.
Well, this is still bad because we will continue to see android corpses
with
blood on them.
Yep.
Some of which are over 2 days old.
One of them is from August.
Yeah. But the blood remains there.
It's fine.
You know? Invisible to the human eye. Invisible to the human eye.
Invisible even to the android eye. You can just search for it.
Yeah. Like in
do a
case
scan for it,
before
basically.
you're all like, well, Max, because the Connor's an android. Well, he has to actually go into scan mode by holding R2 to see the trails of blood.
Yeah.
But whatever, who cares?
He
It's
has
a stupid
to
game.
blacklight it.
Oh yeah. In Last Chance Connor's job is to find out where Jericho is.
Yep.
And yeah, the case is getting moved over to the FBI because of course a single cop can't take care of 4 cases in fucking 6 days.
Yeah, that's stupid.
And stop a fucking revolution, but whatever. Through a distraction of sorts, you can either just
you can either have Hank help with the distraction,
yeah.
or Hank not help.
Or just free up a guy in the in
lockup, yeah.
In lockup.
Have him distract.
So either way, you end up going down to the evidence room. By the way, you walk past
the guy who's been a dickhole to you the whole time.
The asshole cop.
The asshole cop, yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows if he has a name? It's fine.
Yeah, he's asshole cop.
Anyhow,
you go into the fucking
future evidence room.
Yep. And
what gives you all the clues that you could possibly need.
Yeah, Kitty, is the bit with Hank's password clever?
I laughed. I gave it a chuckle.
I bet all of those passwords work.
Yeah.
I bet all of those passwords work.
Yeah, so his you have to you steal or you get Hank's
card
key to get back down there,
and you have to log in. Thankfully, it doesn't require fingerprints. It just wants a password because that's consistency.
Password and a key, whatever.
Yeah.
And the answer, at least that
both of them
played
was a fucking password.
Yeah.
But I bet all of them work.
Which is all right
because they would all bring to Connor going, well, of course that was the password.
Yeah.
So when you do that, the wall opens up and pulls forward all of the evidence you have gathered over the playthrough, depending on your choices.
Exactly, which is kind of like cool. It gives you a chance to like, oh, look at all these bad or good choices I did. It's kind of it's good. It's a cool in a better game. See, this is like if Heavy Rain had done this more like this, that scene with Jaden wouldn't have been so stupid.
Yeah,
where you have to find the origami killer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, because you're just sitting down and
in a virtual office, leafing through virtual flyers.
That would have looked way cooler.
See,
that would have looked way cooler
in a better game.
Now we have a bit of a problem, everybody, because you have a bunch of android corpses, and yes, you can move pieces around to bring them back, and you have to do that.
Yeah.
But all of the androids require some sort of tricking or not mini game, but some sort of way to get them to give you the information on Jericho.
Yeah.
And this is a problem because
it's stupid.
Why doesn't Connor just bring them back to life and scan their memories?
Yes.
Something that he has done before, and something that he will do the instant that the androids open up.
Yeah.
The instant that they're like, oh, Jericho? He just grabs them and takes the memories.
Yeah, exactly.
Why doesn't he just do that from the start? It's dumb.
Because consistency.
It's inconsistent. It doesn't make sense. And, I actually have the notes compiled, actually. Mm-hmm. Oh, and they keep referring to the thing about the androids as a civil war.
This could break out into civil war, Connor.
Which is dumb because humans are not fighting for the androids. No. Humans don't fight for androids.
No, it's only androids.
And also, it's not a fucking civil war when you only have 256 fucking androids.
So far in Jericho.
Yeah.
Apparently it gets to thousands.
That's not a civil war.
Yeah.
It's fucking barely a fucking skirmish.
It's a war, maybe.
And also, you have a time limit of 5 minutes, which only makes sense if Hank gives the distraction.
No.
What was it?
I think. Well, I don't know. I guess that's how much time he gives to estimate whichever distraction he's going to do. But actually, was it the best friends who? No, it was NL.
It was NL.
NL kind of like wasn't very good at getting that asshole cop off his back, so the asshole cop comes in. So I don't know if that's what the timer was.
Also, yeah, the asshole cops, not the asshole FBI. The asshole FBI, yeah, whatever. The asshole cop comes back, and you do a fighty fight with Connor. That can lead to you dying.
Right there.
And doesn't Hank just fucking shoot the guy?
What?
Doesn't Hank just come in and shoot the fucking asshole cop?
No.
I forget.
No.
The asshole cop ends up on the ground somehow. That's fine. You beat him up. It's okay.
Connor beats him up.
It doesn't matter. You find Jericho.
Yeah.
You can also not find Jericho, but who cares? It's fine.
That's only if you were either really bad or very, like, forgiving of all these androids.
And now we arrive at the big chapters. Chapters 30 and 32 are really big, in which there's a part for every character. And if they've died, you don't get a part.
Or you get a stupid scene with somebody else.
Yeah. First, we have what may be the dumbest one, Crossroads Kara.
Oh, yeah.
In which we catch up with Kara. And Kara's in a car with Rose. Now,
Rose is going to take them across the border, remember?
Remember, that's what she said last time.
Except she also said that the river is dangerous because it's frozen this time of year in early November. But
in early November, it's fine.
Snowfall's early in Detroit, apparently.
You know, the whole river froze in a matter of 2.5 days. So
this is what broke me.
This is what broke you, didn't it?
I think it was this.
Yeah. So Rose, we are in some sort of city. I mean, you don't know right now.
We're driving through
the car stops and they get down. Rose hands
Kara some
Kara
$50 basically,
and tells her that there is a freighter over there called Jericho.
Go there, and Marcus will help you cross
Marcus will help you cross the border. Take this. The last bus leaves at midnight. Are you fucking with me?
This is literally so stupid because Kara's plotline was to get across the border, and now she's right back where she started, in Detroit.
We drove back to Detroit for her to take a bus!
Yep. A bus.
Also, isn't Detroit on the Canada border? Or am I crazy?
It's close, yeah.
Can't you just fucking walk at this point if you have a passport?
Even if you don't.
Oh, the point was to go to Jericho to get a passport. By the way, nobody knows where Jericho is. Nobody knows about it.
But Rose knows.
But Rose knows. It's fine. It's fine. Find Jericho, which is a secret. Oh no, we're about to hit a plot twist so dumb I didn't think you would attempt it. But
that's a good quote.
I just want to say, it's fucking stupid. The idea that Kara ends up driving back to Detroit.
Driving back the way she came.
And her goal is to just get on a bus.
To cross the border.
That's dumb. That is very dumb. But now, of course, yes, she does end up inside of Jericho.
And she has to go look for Marcus. Or, depending on if Marcus is dead, north.
And it's now... And remember, Kara is with Luther and Alice.
Alice isn't feeling well. She's very hot and she's cold and yes and no. Katy Perry
She's
song.
in, she's out, she's up, and she's down. And she's also...
an android. Yeah, this is what broke me. It was the scene. I remember.
This...
culminating with Alice being an android.
Wait, hold up. But guys... she was sick.
Food.
And we served her food.
Multiple times.
Multiple times in the story.
We've never seen her eat food, but we served her food multiple times.
We showered her.
Yeah. We are an android who can connect with other androids just by looking at them.
Yeah, but by touching.
Yeah.
And it turns out that Alice doesn't only have her little thingy off, but she's been an android the whole time.
And Kara just didn't want to
Kara just chose not to see
it. She thought that she didn't want it to be real. And for a second, I thought the twist was even dumber because the way you find out is Alice turns around and after she's seen Marcus or North, and then she's like, Alice? And it's this another Alice model. But she has her LED in, and for a second I was like, Did she just see the LED? Did she never see the LED before because she didn't want to? Because that's what it kind of sounded like.
That would have been way more stupid.
But no, it's just another Alice model, and her Alice model is over there.
Can we just stop and just acknowledge how stupid of a twist this is? That makes no sense.
Nope.
And it's right up there with the plot twist in Heavy Rain, Whereas like this is border. I mean, it's not straight lying.
No.
But it's just like makes no.
It's fairly much. It's pretty much lying to the player.
You serve Alice food so many times,
Yeah.
and Rose doesn't bring it up.
No.
Fucking Luther never brings it up.
Luther like hints at it a couple times, but
Yeah, because you can tell that David Cage thought about it, but he didn't want to actually do anything. So he's just like have Luther just hint at it twice.
Mm-hmm.
It's
fine.
It's actually really dumb. Also, if you're a boy. Mm-hmm. In David Cage's eyes, if you're a boy, you can be a cool future detective man or the leader of a revolution. If you're a girl,
your ultimate goal is to be a mom.
It's to be a mom. Kara just wanted to be a
woman.
mom. You're a woman.
Women's
You're
day.
a woman. And women are only moms.
Moms or for sexual
sex bots.
violence.
Isn't that stupid that Kara's story is about her being a mom when you have all these...
Accepting herself as a mom.
Accepting herself as a mom.
For her android daughter.
Yeah. Alice being an android is so stupid because Todd couldn't afford... Also...
Todd could barely afford to repair Kara. So he has somehow 2 androids?
And you know, the Davy Cage is like, no, it's okay. Parental abuse is fine, because she's no real girl, she's android.
Yeah, and I like how we in the Best Friends playthrough, we have this stupid flashback of, like, when they run away from Todd, he's like, you're mine! And that could literally mean anything.
Yeah, and Davy Cage is like, see? It
means
I set it up. I set it up.
A robot the whole time.
That's stupid. That's
she
fucking
was a
stupid. That is fucking stupid. Also, oof. Oh, there's a lot of stuff here.
There's a lot.
Oh, by the way, it's been like literally 2 days, and Jericho is like armed to the teeth. They have guns. They have like advanced computers.
I don't even think it's been a day since
the
big was Freedom March. Since the big Freedom March, I don't even think it's been a day. I think it's at night.
Yeah.
And already they have like weapons everywhere, guns. By the way, Jericho is rigged to explode.
Yeah. Just don't worry about it. Also, I want to remind you that the scene with Kara, whether it is with Marcus or North have the exact same dialogue.
Yep, they have the exact same like things, like actions too.
Yeah,
like they're both sitting the same way, and then they get up the same way, and they both sigh.
Yeah,
it's like really stupid.
And a line that makes sense for North doesn't make sense for Marcus, because when North says all humans hate us, you're like, yeah, that's North. But when Marcus says all humans hate us, that's fucking out of character.
That's not... Marcus, have you forgotten Carl? You fucking ass. But no, it's because they were too lazy to write 2 scenes.
Yeah, Kara is a mom because she's a woman.
Yep.
Alright. Now, there's one more thing I want to bring up, which is the best thing. When that plot twist happened, NL's chat, one of the persons was like, does PSN do refunds?
Yes. And that's a great review for this game.
That's a really good review for this game. Does PSN do refunds?
You can put that on the back of your box, David Cage and Sony. I'll allow it.
So, Crossroads is about 3 different characters. So when they
come together, aka crossing roads.
By the way, Connor, don't worry, guys. It's fine. We have a white savior here to fix everything.
You're honestly not wrong, especially when we watch the Best Friends one.
So we have Connor in his street attire.
Having his beanie up, his like 3 hoodies on. He's ready to sneak into Jericho.
And of course, when he goes into Jericho, we have our magical black android lady, who has a total of 3 scenes in the whole game.
Yeah.
Is like, by the way, Connor, you're also the chosen one. Don't worry about it.
Well, she was like,
you're looking for yourself.
You're looking for yourself.
Yeah, which is Marcus, which is also the other Jesus character, but it's okay. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Become literal Jesus.
So this leads to a moment in which
either Marcus and Connor or North and Connor
have
a confrontation.
Oh, and in case you're wondering, because at this point the best friends have lost Marcus, so we have half as many scenes with Marcus left.
But North just replaces him.
Yeah, but Marcus's scene for Crossroads is literally it's happening at the
same time.
No, what's the cockpit of a ship? No, it's not a cockpit. It's a fucking the bridge. The bridge of a ship. North is literally like, hey Marcus, by the way,
Connor,
no, Marcus. Because she's having a conversation with Marcus, because they're like, we should be more violent, we should do the thing.
Oh, yeah.
And freaking North is like, by the way, we have a dirty bomb. We have literally radioactive material ready to explode in the center of the city. Just here you go, ready for you to press the button whenever you want, babe. Just fucking just do it. Also, they have sex one last time.
Yeah.
But then Connor walks into the bridge, and we have what may just be, especially if you have Connor versus Marcus, what may be the dumbest fucking mechanical piece in the whole game, where Marcus and Connor are having a conversation where they both want different things. Connor wants to stop everything, and Marcus is all like, yo,
come to our side.
Yeah, but you control both characters.
Yeah, you can pick both things that each one says.
That is actually, like, this is the point in the story where I'm like, is David Cage okay?
No.
Because something similar like this happened in Indigo Prophecy, where you're playing as the fugitive and the cops looking for the fugitive, and you're given the ability to, like, someone is asking for, or someone is describing what the person who did the crime looks like, and you can purposefully draw it wrong.
Yeah.
To deter attention away from the fugitive character, in spite of you playing as the cop.
Yeah.
Whose job is to find the fugitive.
So it's more like, who are you trying to root for when you're playing both of them? It was an interesting mechanic in the first scene of Indigo Prophecy, where you didn't know anything about each other.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And you're like,
and you could be playing as a baddie.
Yeah, exactly.
Here, this becomes like a really dumb scene, because you're like, well, I certainly don't want Connor to shoot Marcus.
Yeah, and I don't want...
And I don't want Marcus to fucking...
to beat Connor.
Yeah. So, this, of course, leads to what may be the stupidest prompt in the whole game. At one point, Connor...
At the end of this scene, Connor's given a choice.
Become deviant.
Become a deviant.
Or stay a
machine.
machine. Remain a machine.
I made you get up and take it.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll put it on the video or not. Okay, I'll put the marker here. Oh, wait. My mouse is asleep. It's fine. Listen. Become deviant. It's not become human.
Become
it's not
a deviant.
Become a deviant.
Or remain a machine.
Remain a machine. Can we just fucking bask on how stupid that is? Yeah, on the whole, like, because I feel like that should be automatic based on what the Connor you played as the whole fucking game. If you were playing, like...
Actually, you know what? I think, if I remember correctly, the Become a Deviant path had an unlock next to it.
You think so?
If I remember correctly. I mean, look at your screenshot for one thing.
Yeah.
But I think it actually had an unlock next to it.
Oh, wow, I forgot that the definition for deviant, by the way, departing from usual or accepted standards, especially in social or sexual behavior.
No, dope.
Why would that be the it's also considered slang for a homosexual, by the way. Why would you use deviant as the word for that? Why would you choose deviant?
I don't know.
Let me fucking find the picture so we can see.
I feel like it might have been an unlock.
I thought that... you might be thinking of, like, the little frame that tells you... Oh, yeah, it is an unlock. It is actually an unlock. That's fine. That's fair. That's fair.
That's better.
It's still dumb. The fact that, like, I mean, if you have unlocked it, maybe, I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter.
If you have unlocked it, why wouldn't you pick it? Because we're shown in this game, like every time one of them gets an unlock, they're like, all right, we're going to choose it immediately, because that's kind of like... That's...
Where did my notes go?
Where did your notes go?
Did I delete it? Oh, wow. I somehow I deleted it.
You're like, I'm done with this.
What the fuck? Give me a second.
No worries.
How do I return this back?
Do you click on it and then...
You know what? She doesn't want to do, okay? Recover. There you go.
There we go.
How did I even delete it?
I don't know.
That's weird. Okay, there you go. There you go. Jesus Christ.
Weird. Anyway.
Let me find where I was. Okay, so it's been two fucking, Connor... become deviant versus remain a machine.
Yeah.
Regardless of that, this leads to a very long sequence where the FBI shows up because, of course, Connor was
not a deviant before this point. You see him break the red wall, and it's not as exciting as you think it would be.
It's kind of cool that he breaks like 3 different walls.
Yeah, but it could have looked way cooler.
Yeah, it could have. Yeah, it could have been like the big dramatic moment. And it's funny how, you know, he gets the big dramatic moment in spite of the other 2 main characters. But whatever, it's fine. It really feels like Connor gets way more than Kara and Marcus.
Well, Marcus gets a lot too. Kara gets nothing. Let's be real.
Kara gets nothing.
Let's be real. We'll talk about the survey at the end of the game, but it proves that Kara gets nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the FBI has been tracking Connor because, as we've been told before, or maybe David Cage forgot about this and I'm giving him too much credit, where before you become a deviant, they can track you because it's an android. It's a mass-produced thing.
But let's not forget the point. I'll just say this right now. It was CyberLife's plan all along for Connor to go deviant. Which is stupid. Which is really stupid.
Doesn't make any sense.
It actually doesn't. In case you're wondering, but Max, what was CyberLife's plan? Excuse me? Sorry, my computer was just like... CyberLife's plan is not revealed.
It's not clear.
No, Kitty. Don't say that as though, like, we're missing something. No. There is nothing. We gain nothing about what the fuck CyberLife's plan was.
Yeah, there's really nothing.
But...
Just to start a revolution and then end it? Question mark?
I don't fucking know. We'll see on that fucking bad ending or whatever. This takes us up. Yeah, but there's a big shooty bang bang.
Yeah, and it takes forever. Yeah, you can play as like all of them.
You play as all the characters.
That's kind of cool.
You end up detonating the inside of the ship because, of course, it was rigged to explode. You know,
why not?
5 minutes ago, of course.
Yeah.
This is, of course, that wonderful fiction. It's not wonderful. It's stupid. Where characters have actual plot armor. So, you know, you have soldiers just gunning down fucking androids left and right.
Random androids.
But when Connor walks into the screen, they're like, put your arms up! Fucking...
Surrender!
Instead of just shooting him, like they've been shooting everyone else, but it's fine, whatever.
It's fine. Let's get through the scene and then...
Yeah. So, depending on what you do, either fucking Marcus escapes or you die, whatever.
Yep, you can all escape the ship, or you can all assumedly die there.
Yeah. What the fuck? It keeps fucking loading a fucking ad.
God damn it.
You know what I'm gonna do? I mean, it doesn't fucking matter. We're done.
Yeah, we're pretty much done with that. That page that we needed.
Okay. You want to just take a break right now? We're taking breaks because otherwise we're gonna get burnt the fuck out. You want to burn out? I mean, because we're going into this scene.
Finish the scene that we're in, not the next scene.
So the
next scene is nothing.
If you succeed, you basically end up with Marcus and Connor and the rest of the goof troop.
Yep.
In a fucking church somewhere or cathedral. Yeah. Because, you know, you can't just track people moving on the streets or anything. It's fine. We don't have satellites or anything. It's fine. As for Kara, though, she gets a little bit of choice.
She can have different options. She can die right there.
Invalidating
her entire story once again.
Yep.
She can get captured by the FBI.
Yeah.
Which we'll see what happens with that. Or she can escape. Yep.
Which, by the way, in case you're wondering, those both lead to really stupid places. Also, don't you love the fact that no matter what you did with Kara before you end up at this point...
Yep. Unless you died.
It's all... Yeah. I mean, if you survive this long, you end up coming here no matter what. Which, look, it's the same fucking story.
All roads lead to the same goddamn place.
Yeah. But you know, your choices matter. Is there anything else you want to say?
No, we'll talk about the stupid cathedral scene in a moment.
Let's go. All right. By the way, we're not doing like ad breaks. We're just stopping because otherwise we don't
have ads, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's true. We don't have ads because of YouTube. It's fine. We are too hot for YouTube. True. Night of the Soul is the last chapter before the game ends.
Before the last chapter.
And Night of the Soul is basically a nice it's not nice. No. But it's it's an interlude between scenes.
Between one very big dramatic scene and another very big dramatic scene.
There's no Kara in this.
Yes, there is. If Kara's there, she's here.
Oh, yeah. If Kara manages to escape...
Then she's here.
She's there. But that's it.
Yeah. She's there and you can talk to her and... Really
the main focuses of this scene are Marcus and Connor.
We forgot to point out in the last scene, but if you have Simon alive, he either doesn't... we forgot to point this out in the last couple of scenes, but if you have Simon alive at this point, he either doesn't talk and nobody acknowledges him, or he just, like, says random things, like... that don't really relate to his character at all. Just inconsequential things, basically.
Yeah. And in the Night of the Soul chapter, you can talk to all of your crew members because, hey, you're going in before the final fight.
If you're Marcus.
Yeah, if you're Marcus.
If you're Connor.
But
I forget.
Yeah, and you can talk to everybody, and Marcus will not say anything. Just letting them talk because they didn't have time to record any more dialogue.
For Marcus now.
So Marcus gives a speech. Their ultimate goal is to get people out of the camps. There's really nothing for Marcus here.
Their ultimate goal is because you can do two things. You can either rush the camps or peacefully march the camps. And then at that point, if Connor's still alive, he's going to go to CyberLife Tower, which is also an engineering facility, or they just store a bunch of androids there?
Question mark.
There are many question marks.
And
Connor's going to go infiltrate that and convert all of those thousands of androids down there and get a big old army and shit. A peaceful army, depending on your approach.
Now, if you're Marcus, though, before the scene begins... Now, this is weird because
I also lost it at this point.
Yeah, it's still nighttime, by the way. It's still night. It's nighttime when you are in the cathedral. But if you have Marcus, somehow before the cathedral scene, it's daytime. And Marcus is going to a graveyard. And at this point, all of you know, because it's David Cage, and of course he couldn't fucking help himself.
Yep.
He arrives at Carl's grave.
Because, of course, the cathedral they happen to go to happens to be the one that Carl was buried at. I looked it up, by the way, because I was so done with this game. There are 5 graveyards in Detroit. And he happened to go to the one where Carl is buried.
And how convenient that Carl got, buried.
Within, 2 days. Within 3 days.
Well, within, yeah.
Yeah, because
within
we thought
3
it was
days.
a week, but no, it's 3 days.
Do you have any idea how long that shit takes?
That shit usually takes 2 weeks.
Yeah, but there was already a headstone and everything ready.
Oh, he knew he was gonna die, I guess.
And look, the sun comes by too.
And nothing happens? That was a very dumb scene.
That was a very dumb scene. Alright, and now we go into the final chapter of the game, Battle for Detroit.
Yeah.
But before that, we have a little conversation with President Warren, who...
Remember, she's a vlogger.
She's a vlogger and a woman.
A woman.
She's a woman.
Who suspiciously looks like Hillary Clinton, but we won't talk about that.
Miss President, I have a question.
I have a question, and then none of the crowd speaks.
Yeah, these camps we were storing the androids. Don't you think it's stirring up bad memories of human history?
In recent human history? No, that's absurd. There's nothing between these. There's nothing about these camps that are reminiscent of anything. We're just destroying these androids in these camps that we're calling camps.
No, we're not saying. Listen. Current events right now make this
current events
extra
aside,
bad. But
David Cage wouldn't have known that we would have concentration camps in America.
But still, David, what the fuck?
Little close.
Also, why would they call them camps?
Yeah, they really shouldn't.
Because they're not camps.
Yeah, see, if the reporters were calling them camps, but the president wasn't, that would be one thing.
Yeah.
And I love the other one where she goes, "That's absurd." It's like, do you think these androids actually have real life? She's like, "That's absurd."
They're fucking
Next
machines.
question, you idiot.
Yeah.
Basically.
And this is extra bad because we haven't actually, throughout this whole game, we haven't stopped to talk about this.
Yeah, no, and she just blows
our androids people.
She blows all these questions off that could be an interesting discussion topic, but no, because she's either going to change or not change over the course of this chapter.
Yeah.
Which is why we kind of bookend it.
So I think we should actually, instead of just going back and forth like the game does, we should actually just focus on one person and just finish their story.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, and then we can focus on each perspective.
Do we finish with Kara, or do we start with Kara?
Let's start with Kara because it is so inconsequential to everything.
Yeah, it's true. So let's do the NL version of Kara.
So she escaped.
She escapes, and Kara's plan now is to make it to the bus.
Yes, to make it to the bus.
And get out of here, in spite of, martial law and curfew, and it's still fucking nighttime from her point of view, but whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, she's gonna make it on that last bus out of town.
Yeah, on the last bus. By the way, she runs into Luther, who's just there.
Who's getting harassed by some cops.
Yeah, Alice is like, Luther!
And Kara's like, what?
Remember, we left Luther out for death.
Bleeding on the ship that
exploded.
Sunk.
That exploded.
That exploded and we were gonna sink.
But that's fine.
It's fine.
And then we get what may be the stupidest stealth section ever in the whole history of
hide
video
behind
games.
Cars away from cops, and you're crunching in the snow, and cops will never hear that.
They will never know. It's fine.
But don't worry, we get to the even stupider thing. I think I also lost it at this point. We were dying by the end of these playthroughs. Jesus Christ. Where NL chooses the safe route because he's still got 15 minutes to go before the last bus leaves.
Yeah, there's a counter on the screen that tells you you have 20 minutes to get there, and it's well, this one takes 11 minutes. Fuck it, we'll take the safe one.
We'll take the safe route as opposed to the risky route. He gets to the bus station 9 minutes before the bus is supposed to leave. It's 11:51. The bus has already left.
The bus left early because
there is no more buses tonight.
Because that's how fucking buses work.
Transportation works.
Public transportation. They always leave early. Absolute.
David Cage doesn't know how public transportation works. So they're like, shit, we messed up. Oh, no. But thankfully, Rose is there. She's like, oh, I knew I'd find you guys here. Oh, I'm so glad you're safe.
I knew I would find you here in one of the 20 fucking bus stations in fucking Detroit. It's okay, guys. I got my brother. I'll cross you over the river like I said earlier.
Except it's dangerous still, but whatever. It's fine.
I mean,
and then
couldn't we wait until tomorrow?
No. We have to do it now.
Why not just wait until tomorrow?
No, under the cover of darkness.
In spite of there being police on the river.
Yes, which they talk about. I do like that. They're like, No, this is a stupid scene.
No, yeah,
You're
no,
right.
no, it's stupid. It's stupid.
Because Kara's like, what happened to all the other androids that you had in your house? And instead of answering her, Rose just opens the door of the van and is like, get in, we'll take you to the river. But then you see there's two vans coming, so the androids are all there.
Yeah.
I don't know why they just didn't program her to speak a line there, whatever. It's fine. This game's stupid. So they get to the river.
We get to the river, and then we proceed into... Oh, yeah, by the way, you only get to say bye to one person.
You only get to say bye to Rose, unless you say bye to Adam first, maybe.
I don't know. That seems dumb.
Yeah. I don't know
You get to say bye to Rose or Adam, and that's it. And then you go into the river.
And you go on these inflatable boats.
Boats.
With a motor. And and row.
Yeah.
And
which are shown... But don't worry about it. We'll forget that they were there to begin with later.
It's true.
So, of course, they're on a fucking boat. And, of course, cops show up. And, of course, they fucking shoot.
Lay down heavy fire.
And now we arrive at a fucking... Really... Like, what a... Man, Luther...
Man, Luther, we're so great to have him back. Oh, wait a minute. He got shot.
And the worst part is that, like, he doesn't only die, like, horribly. You also have to physically... game controlled, push him off the boat because he's too heavy.
Because it's sinking because they shot a hole in the boat.
Yeah. And now there were paddles. But once Kara gets all the weight out... Oh, by the way, Alice also got shot.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. It's fine. In spite of, like, all of the stuff goes off, Kara decides to get in the water.
Into the freezing cold water because it's snowing.
Push.
And, like, push/slightly swim the boat the rest of the way across the river to the Canadian border.
What about the paddles?
Don't worry about it.
What?
Not quick enough.
Why not? Also, I love that, like the cops shoot them, but then they just let them go.
But then they just, sail away in their boat.
So Kara gets a bunch of, like, warning, fucking...
Warning, part damage.
But don't worry, none of that will matter.
It doesn't matter.
So you make it to the other fucking side of the river, and
Alice is bleeding out.
Oh no, Alice, you're dead.
Alice Sue.
Oh no, it's so sad.
She dies. It's like, are we free? We're free, and then she dies.
But this is dumb because she's a robot, and you can just fix her.
Yeah, no, she's dead.
You can just fix her.
No, she's dead.
You can.
Canada doesn't have any androids, so there's no android parts, so she's dead. You can't go across the border anymore, too. She's just dead.
And then Kara gets the stupidest choice in this whole game.
The literal stupidest choice. This will also put on screen because I made you take a screenshot of this because I was just like, really?
So Kara is holding Alice's body,
corpse,
and you get the prompt of give up
or keep living. Press X to give up on life.
And I love that NL was like, oh no, I'll keep living.
Yeah, he didn't even really. He laughed and he's like, I think I'm gonna keep living.
Yeah, fucking. Oh, David.
It's same with Beyond Two Souls, honestly. I was about to say Beyond Human. God damn it.
Beyond Detroit.
Beyond Detroit.
That was stupid.
Yeah.
And let's not even talk about the fact that, like, Marcus can actually earn the robots, not rights, but, like, basically make Detroit for androids.
The robots' freedom, in the way.
And basically earn Detroit all for them.
Yeah.
Which invalidates Kara's storyline.
Yeah.
But Kara actually fleeing to Canada when she could have actually just stayed and just
She could have waited another day and would have been free.
Yeah. You could have just laid low.
Yeah.
No.
You
could have just napped for a day and a half.
That's true.
That's dumb.
Yep. So
that's really fucking dumb.
That's Kara if
that's
she escapes
yeah.
and misses the bus.
But what happens to Kara if she gets captured?
Stupid things, basically. Because
what was it? You want to know what the inside of the camps look like? Of course! You want to see humans dehumanizing androids in spite of them seeing androids as objects and not people?
Mm-hmm. So that they can kill them more easily.
So they arrive at the camp, and first thing, they ask the androids to take off their clothes.
Take off their skin first.
Yeah, take off their skin and their clothes. So, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, we're going there. Yeah, we're going there.
Here we go, guys. We get to see the pale Barbie-like body
of our child android.
Of our child android. And Kara.
Yeah.
Because if you thought we were going to make it out of this game without seeing Kara naked, you're fucking wrong. Also, I actually really dislike, because we've made it clear that you can fuck the androids, but the male androids are all Ken bodies.
Yeah.
And all the female androids are
Barbie bodies.
Barbie dot bodies, so...
It's fine.
I'm not saying I wanted to see robo penises, but I'm just saying that I'm like, where's the fucking consistency? Would have been more realistic. Also, absolutely no parallels with the way that Jews were treated in fucking Nazi concentration camps. No parallels. Absolutely not. And they're not being asked to march towards ovens or whatever that was. No, those crushing machines. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
It's fine. It's
also,
a machine from Heavy Rain.
Also, let us not forget the fact that androids are made of very expensive materials, and that blue blood that is actually a material for making drugs.
It's just gonna get crushed and sent to the dump.
No, we're just gonna, we could easily just, I don't know, fucking reset them.
No, danger to the state.
Just imagine if they were like, oh, by the way, we have discovered that phones are evil. Turn in all of your phones and crush them. All these expensive ass, except a phone costs 10 times as much as it does. You paid $9,000 for that phone. It's okay. I'm sorry. It's evil now.
It's a threat to the state.
You can't just delete it. No. It's the threat to the state. So we get a really dumb scene where you get like 10,000 tries to actually
reunite with Alice and then try to escape.
And then we get basically a whole slew of people who are willing to sacrifice
step
themselves
in front of the bullet for Kara.
And I know they're like, oh, it's because she's a child android. It doesn't matter.
She's an android. Alice, not Kara.
Alice is an android like everybody else.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that, like, she's made to look like a child.
Yeah, that's...
It's fucking stupid. So, of course,
Luther's there.
The best friends managed to, by the way, Luther is still there.
And he gets to die.
Yeah,
again.
He gets to die.
He is inconsequential.
The Jerrys get to die.
Yep.
A random android lady gets to die.
The scarred android.
And I love that.
a cool design, but, like, showed up for 0.5 seconds. Also,
this leads, which is actually really stupid because, one, I just want to clear something up, okay? There's only 2 army men in there for all the, like, 100 androids.
In the crushing pit.
You would think that, when there's only 2 of them, you would just fucking, I don't know, go out, fucking fight them.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
there's like 3, I think.
But I fucking hate that, like, Kara escaping is literally walking up to the fence, just
opening
it up, because...
It's like barbed wire, but it's fine.
But it's loose, like it's fucking made of rubber, and it's fine. And then
she escapes with Alice. Woo!
And then they just get in a trash truck.
Yep, and make it to the dump.
And wake up the next day all by themselves.
And free.
In the trash. Yeah, free. Trash, like this game.
Yeah. So that's Kara's. That's where Kara's plotline can go.
I am certain that she has some sort of happy... There must be a happy ending for her.
Yeah, we'll wiki it up, and I am actually now that we're going through this again, I keep going back and forth whether I want to watch somebody who actually enjoyed the gameplay, like SUFFERCAST Hannah, but we'll see.
Okay, now, I think everyone we watched enjoyed the gameplay, not the story.
So far, yes. I think Hannah will enjoy the story.
I mean, maybe not. Maybe even she realizes the fucking Alice fucking android thing is dumb.
Yeah, she might.
I mean,
it's fine.
I feel bad because this has become into Max making fun of SUFFERCAST Hannah, but
it's fine.
But I'm just like,
bless her. She doesn't know. She likes Beyond Two Souls.
She doesn't know.
She liked Beyond Two Souls.
In spite of it being told out of fucking order.
She liked it.
I'm sorry.
She played it all in one
Unsubscribed. Unsubscribed. All right, and now, do you want to do Connor or Marcus?
We'll do Marcus because
fuck yeah, let's do Marcus
one of those is going to be very short.
Battle for Detroit. Now, remember, guys. Okay, we have already had one stupid march. Let's do another one.
Let's do it again.
Look,
perspective.
Look, I'm a good minority, guys.
We're gonna march. We're gonna
peacefully.
Hold up our fists. Did we hold up our fists or did we raise our hands? I don't remember. It's fine. No, I don't hold up his fist.
Yeah. You can kneel.
You can kneel.
You can do a bunch of other things.
Which is pretty good too.
So of course, the people outside of the camp, the soldiers,
start shooting, and then suddenly they get a call in and it's like, "Don't stop shooting them." I forget if it's the FBI guy.
It's because the fucking news are watching,
and
they're like, "Oh, they're shooting the androids who are a threat to humanity, who are peacefully marching towards us."
But the public is sympathetic. And then
and I really hate that every time, just to solidify things, the camera cuts to the reporters who are looking at it as they're like, "Hey, look, I'm being good.
It's real.
I'm being really good." No, to me it feels like guilting you is like, well, you can't be bad. They're looking at you.
To me it felt like, look, we're trying to be real. Look, there's a news guy following you. This is the moment that broke you. I remember.
Almost there.
Really?
There. Okay.
This one started.
It's the ending of this. It's the ending of this that broke me.
This part started.
So I want you to realize what's the fucking plan, because they're marching peacefully towards a fortress or a camp
with multiple gunmen outside,
and they're like, fucking
free our people,
and the army people are not gonna shoot.
They stopped shooting because they need to stop. So what's the plan now?
was
obviously
build a fucking barricade.
Obviously, Lim is this shit up and build a barricade.
Because you
in
look
the middle of a square.
You look really peaceful when you're inside of a barricade. By the way,
this will stop the bullets for a while.
By the way, we're just telling you the story without jumping all over the place because this fucking.
You don't need any more jumping over the place.
No,
David
and I feel it actually hurts the ending.
Yeah.
Because you're just jumping everywhere and you forget about like what was Connor doing? What was Marcus doing?
There was this cool moment we were gonna. Okay, goodbye. Cool moment with Connor.
So welcome back to Marcus at the barricade, and I forget this note, but you do get a nice prompt. I think before you get shot, I forget. To kiss North.
Oh, it's before they sing.
Before they sing, yeah, you get the prompt to kiss North. And my note is like heterosexual androids.
Forced heterosexuality for androids.
So yeah, you're in the barricade. You get to treat people. You get to fucking build.
You get to talk to people.
You get to topple carts over and make your barricade. In spite of that, making you look bad, but whatever, it's fine.
Nah. It's public sympathetic. It's fine. So
fucking.
Yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. This is the part that broke you.
I remember now. So
after an unspecified amount of time.
Yeah, bad FBI man is like, hey Connor, hey Marcus, I want to negotiate with you. In spite of us, having guns aimed at you and you having
no weapons. Don't worry.
Yeah, and
you
of course,
you can have my word for it. And then Elle's like, no.
And Elle's like, no. And apparently, he clearly tricks you.
Yeah.
But if you say no twice, he's like, well, have it your way. I just wanted to talk with you peacefully or some shit.
And then it fades to black, and then it fades back in. And it's like they're gonna attack us now.
Yeah. Which is bad.
Pacing.
And they literally throw grenades and start shooting. And it is at this point where, like Max is about to just die live on screen. Marcus realizes that he has plot armor, and he decides to weaponize it. Imagine Marcus picking up a chunk of metal and jumping in front of bullets to save other people.
Androids.
And he dives forward like 3 times, and when this starts happening, I actually start laughing maniacally because I'm just like, this is the stupidest thing.
Without drinking anything. It was beautiful.
This was the stupidest thing because it's just like Marcus is jumping in the way of bullets, holding a sheet of metal.
Which would not protect against one bullet, let alone multiple.
Also, we're forgetting the fact that it's military-grade ammunition, but whatever. Who cares, right? It's fine.
It's fine. He's saving all these androids. Isn't it so cool?
Also, grenades don't work like that. If it's a frag grenade, there would be shrapnel everywhere. You can't just jump out of the way of shrapnel. No. It actually, like that was the moment where I was like, I don't think David Cage is okay.
No. I don't think he's mentally sound.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Because, I want you to imagine how dumb it is that you see people shooting, and in between the shooting and the bullets hitting their target, and by the way, bullets travel really fast, Marcus has time to jump in front of the way.
To save his people.
And he fucking soccer dives.
Yeah, he really does. He's just going in there.
And it's really bad.
Really bad.
And I died. I died, but not in a good way.
No.
And this, of course, leads to you and your 3.5 allies.
Your main crew, and then some androids, because they killed most of the others.
Yeah.
All in a corner.
In a corner, at which point you're given
a couple of choices.
One of them is kiss North, because heterosexual androids.
Which would have been, pretty stupid.
And the stupidest though.
The stupidest one.
Is sing.
This is probably a slave
Let's
song.
Sing what totally sounds like a slave song.
Because there were slave songs in the promotional videos?
Yeah, there were.
Yeah,
I think it was this song. By the way, some person in some video was being really salty, but but no one noticed that this song actually comes up earlier in the game. The magical black android lady sings it, and I'm like, that's not good storytelling.
That's not good storytelling.
Get the fuck out of here.
Downvoted.
They start singing.
Yeah.
And
all the androids start singing, and then the news recorder is like, what, is there something going on down there? They're singing?
In case you're wondering...
And then...
No, I'm sorry. In case you're wondering, oh wow, androids can sing. Yeah.
We
learned earlier in the game that there's actually a pop band made only of androids.
And also...
We learned this. It's not special.
Kara has 9,000 bedtime stories in her databanks. Of course they're going to have songs in their databanks.
I bet at least 2 of them know how to sing Despacito, so it's fine.
Yeah.
No,
the thing that was killing me in this part is the army men have guns to them, and then suddenly when they start singing, they lower their guns. They're like, oh my god, they're singing like people. They start just lowering their guns. Yeah. It's so stupid.
The thing that angers me about the whole allegory for androids or black people is the allegory has to make sense all the way through because the idea is well, I can't shoot them because they're androids. It's yeah, but you would fucking shoot them if they were black, weren't you? Fucking Like, if black people just start singing in front of cops, they don't lower their fucking weapons.
No, they're probably like, what the
It doesn't make sense.
No.
Like, I feel like this whole, like, fucking, like, Disney movie moment where it's like, oh, they're singing. It's almost like they're people or something.
I will give them President Warren will give them a chance.
And President Warren says that, by the way, at this point, spoilers, in Enel's playthrough, Connor brought a bunch of androids.
I think it's actually after the guards clear up.
Oh,
that Connor comes
no,
it is.
Because President Warren is like, because of their overwhelming numbers, we decided to retreat.
She does that later. She doesn't do that at this moment. At this moment, she says, "Everybody, lower your weapons."
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The president is like, guys, tell them to stand down. Oh, that's true. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, Connor shows up. And
with
then we
all
get
the androids from Cyberlife.
We get a fucking the ending president's speech.
Yeah.
Where freaking
she
President
says,
Warren
we retreated. Maybe we'll try discussing these things with these androids. Maybe they are a new form of life.
And I love that you already went there for what is really the stupid line, but I'm still hung up on fucking, because of their overwhelming numbers, we decided to retreat.
Yeah.
We decided to pull back the army and just surrender the city and all of the people who live there.
Yeah.
And all the people who live there.
Yep. It's fine.
That's stupid. Also, by the way, whether she does that or not, whether she decides to let you keep the city is whether you're fucking the public likes you or not.
Yeah.
Which is bullshit.
Yeah, which is stupid.
Which is bullshit.
Stupid.
Which is bullshit.
Stupid. So we get
you know, answering oppression with violence doesn't make you a bad person.
No.
You know.
No.
You know.
Part of the so we get the final speech with Marcus.
We can't talk about what happens here though. We can't talk about it yet. Or do you want to talk about it? Or should we just jump to Connor right now?
I guess we should just jump to Connor.
So,
all right, so we'll talk about the best friends
Battle
first.
for Detroit, from Connor's point of view. Connor, of course,
is going to Cyberlife
Towers, which looks like a penis, but it's okay. Don't worry about it.
It's a very phallic symbol to free all the androids in their basement.
Yeah, and yes, there's a bunch of stupid things that happen along the way. Like Connor kills some fucking
guards,
security guards, without realizing that there's a fucking camera looking at him. But whatever, it's fine. Who gives a shit? It's okay.
The player didn't notice.
No, Cyberlife was planning to do this all along. It was all part of their plan. When Connor makes it to the basement 49, by the way.
Sub 49. They have 49 basement floors, or floors underground.
Yeah. There is a whole room, full of the same android who are all powered on, not kept in like frames or cases or anything. They're just there.
Standing. Just chilling.
And he's about to convert them, which, by the way, he can suddenly do now.
Yeah.
He can suddenly do that.
Yeah.
At which point, another Connor comes out.
Now this, I was like, all right, this is the one thing this game could do that I'd be down for. Connor v. Connor.
Connor versus Connor, and Hank is there. And the other Connor has a gun.
To Hank, and Hank's like, I'm sorry, he looks exactly like you.
He's just spit an image.
He's fucking spit an image, and I'm like, all right, Hank.
And
you're okay, buddy.
No, he's not. He isn't okay.
He's really
He tried to kill himself in this game, Kitty.
He's really not. He's not mentally okay.
He's not okay.
No.
Now, this scene can actually fuck you.
This scene can go many different ways, which I'm honestly surprised about.
And this scene has actually what I consider to be the worst fucking prompt in the whole game.
Yeah. This scene has some very weird, like,
prompts,
dialogue and prompts and stuff like that. So it doesn't quite feel correct.
So of course, careful with your foot because you're really close to the keyboard.
Oh yeah.
Other Connor, or bad Connor, literally bad Connor,
is like, here, you want what's more important, your partner or your mission?
And by the way, this would be really big and touching if we hadn't been making this choice the entire game.
Yeah.
Literally every other scene is like, choose between this person or the mission,
the goal.
Save Luther or go on with your mission. Yeah. Kill Chloe. Or go on with your mission.
Well, yeah.
Don't kill Chloe. Yeah, go with the mission. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's dumb. It loses a lot of impact, and like when you get there, you're like, oh, it's fucking Hank. I mean, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Now this can go several ways. The way that Enno did, is that it was, which I think is actually the coolest, but less fucky.
It fucked with him still a lot, but.
But now, before things go bad, literally, the fork in the road is a moment in which you're asked, like, choose, and you have the choice of converting the androids.
Yep.
Saving
because Connor's about to shoot him.
Yeah. Shoot. No. Yeah. Is it shoot Connor or?
Yeah. Shoot bad Connor.
Or.
Interpose.
Interpose.
Excuse me.
Which is the prompt over Hank. Now, interpose feels like. Oh my god.
Who's texting us?
It's Charles. Oh, you
Is
want
there
to move your
cat
phone?
pictures?
Oh my god, my phone and my fucking watch are vibrating.
I have mine on silent.
I should. Oh, mine is on silent too. Let me put it on the stove. Fucking. What was I saying?
Interpose.
This is how you can tell. There's a fucking.
I don't.
My sister's calling me right now. She can go to voicemail. It's okay.
Oh my god.
Interpose. Like you can tell there's a French game and they
Translated
into English because like nobody fucking says interpose.
They say interrupt or
Intervene.
intervene.
Or fucking why not defend? Why interpose? Like everybody who we watched play got stuck on what the fuck does
like,
interpose mean? And depending on what you do, you actually are given certain different
like fight scenes, kinda.
NL ended up in a fight scene where he ended up putting his consciousness in the other Connor,
which was kind of cool.
That was kind of cool. Mm-hmm. And the one that the best friend. Oh, by the way, that just leads to success because it's actually
it leads
lazy.
to success.
But Hank is dead.
But he chose to. I don't remember what I think he chose to convert, and so the game told him that he sacrificed Hank in order to complete the mission, which wasn't really what he meant to do. But okay.
Now, if you choose to interpose to save Hank, this leads to a moment in which
you get into a scuffle and you're both fighting, and it looks really dumb. It was very not climactic.
No, and then Hank gets the gun, and you get to have that moment of like, I'm the real Connor.
No, I'm the real Connor.
No, I'm the real Connor.
No, I'm the real Connor.
And then of course because we already know, we're like, this is stupid because they both have the same memories.
Yeah, because bad Connor took good Connor's memories because we saw NL's playthrough first.
Also, the answer doesn't make sense. Like the answer that you're to the final question, wouldn't the other Connor also know?
He should also know.
By the way, so you go through the general, what's my dog's name?
And the bad Connor's like Sumo, and then real Connor's like, oh no, he knows my memories.
So the final question that decides everything, Hank asks.
At least that we saw at the end.
What's my son's name?
And the best friends did not check Hank's desk or his house very thoroughly. I don't think his desk had it.
No. I am certain that you get that answer but by being really good with Hank.
Probably.
Because, Kitty, we did not find that anywhere.
No, we didn't find it out.
And also, in case you're wondering, when Hank dies, if Hank dies in the other version of that scene, he's like, fucking just let me die, Connor. Yeah. I finally get to be reunited with my son.
Oh, I'm going to go see my son now. It's going to be great.
Which, by the way, at that point, we were like, you had a son?
Yeah, we're like, what?
And by the way, remember, what was the moral of Beyond Two Souls?
You can choose.
Remember, suicide is a good solution as long as it means you're reunited with the souls of your lost loved ones.
Yep. Oh my god.
That was the whole lesson.
Groups of crazy.
Of fucking Beyond Two Souls.
Yeah.
Like I hate how that game, like at the end, Willem Dafoe is like, "Oh, thank you, Jody.
Thank you for reminding me."
Thank you, Jody.
Thank you, Jody.
Thank you, Jody.
Jody. I'm something of a scientist myself.
Fucking. Oh my god! The whole world wants to know what I thought of Detroit Become Human.
So in the Best Friends playthrough, they answer that question wrong, and Hank shoots him.
Yeah,
thus ending the scene basically.
Yeah. And it ends right there.
Yeah, that's
and nothing else comes of that. Now I'm sorry for my phone vibrating in the background. I haven't even noticed disturb. I don't know why I'm still getting calls.
That's weird.
And
you don't even get like an after scene of like how Hank feels about this. Did Hank like go and kill himself after this? No.
Nope.
You don't know. Nothing.
Now, if Connor does succeed at the expense of Hank,
or just succeed in general,
the androids eventually do march all
the way back to
Detroit, and
Marcus has his big old army,
and Marcus, successful, gets to give a speech before the androids.
On this day, we earned our Independence Day. He doesn't actually say that, but
today, on the 11th of November,
it's our Independence Day. Woo! Woo! So Marcus gives his dumb speech, but there's a moment where,
by the way, Connor is behind him.
Is stand behind him doing like,
yeah, we did it.
We did it. I helped. And then he gets pulled into his mind place with his mind palace with Amanda, and she's like, "Well done, Connor. You did exactly as we programmed you to do. Become a deviant, and then help the revolution somehow. Don't worry about it. How was that their plan? Don't think about it."
Yeah, we made contingency plans for everything.
Yep.
And now, like, Connor has lost control of his body, and
now
he's very slowly pulling a gun, and no one's saying anything. No one in the crowd saying anything.
Sees anything.
And he's priming the gun to shoot Marcus, because
that's
gonna end the revolution.
Yeah.
That's all that you need.
I suppose.
There's a North right there.
So Connor is stuck in his mind palace because he can't get out because Cyberlife has control of him now.
And then we get what David Cage thought made him very clever, in spite of it making no sense. We get like an echo of Kamsky saying,
"Oh, there's always I always program an escape route in my program.
I always program an escape exit in all my programming."
Programs. And we were like, "All right, so it's like a metaphorical escape route."
Yeah, it's a metaphorical escape route. No, it's actually...
It's the magical stone that the best friends have been touching the entire playthrough and did nothing.
Which hasn't done anything. But when you touch it this time,
he gets his consciousness back into his body, ? And then he puts the gun away very hastily so nobody notices. And that's his ending.
The idea that CyberLife can still control androids in spite of them being deviants makes no sense.
Well, I guess he was programmed to think he became a deviant and then wasn't.
That's dumb. Now...
so that's the end.
But if you're wondering, that's the end.
That's it. And then the credits roll.
That's the end.
And then even NL was like, "That's it, really."
Yeah, no, just get the fucking like Detroit.
Detroit, become human. You get all the scenes of this game and all that.
Okay, and then the game ends, and you get the one last survey.
No. You get one last scene with Chloe, the menu android, saying, "As I watched you play this game, I felt something inside me change. I want to go out and experience the world and find out who I am. And I want to..." She doesn't say this, of course, because that would be stupid. "I want to become human. Do you agree to let me go?" And then
the prompt is yes or no.
And Elle plays the devil's advocate and is like, "Nah." And then she's like, "I'm just going to reset myself. So when you come back, I won't have learned any of these things." So
yeah. Which is really dumb.
Yep, and then she can just leave. But don't worry, they added a patch in where another android takes her place afterwards because the menu would get so lonely without it.
People got so sad that the android left that they installed in another android.
People got so sad they freed one slave, they put in a new slave, completely invalidating the point of freeing her. Completely invalidating the point of freeing her.
Yeah. And there's one last survey you can get.
Which is...
favorite character.
Apparently was bugged, because it said Marcus at 80%, but when the best friends took it, it was more accurately, 46% of said Connor. And the other one is...
Was there
a moment that resonated with you personally? Which, honestly, I felt like wasn't bugged, but apparently was, because when NL said it, it was like 80% no.
Yeah, which honestly makes more sense.
And, when the best friends did it, was more evenly on the yes side.
And the final one was, what choice in the game did you find?
What was the hardest decision, or what was the hardest thing to accept in this game?
Yeah, and the first option is, of course, whether to be pacifist or violent with Marcus.
Connor's is shooting Chloe or not shooting Chloe.
And Kara is Alice's identity.
Yeah,
accepting Alice's identity,
which was not a choice.
Yeah,
it was just a moment that happened in the game, showing how invalid Kara's story really is.
Yep. And that's it. That's the Detroit Become Human,
and if you played a bunch of, if you got a whole bunch of stuff and you played a bunch, you have points to unlock some bonus shit, but we didn't, we'll see if we are interested in that.
No.
Probably not.
And in case you're wondering, now it's time for Dango Duo.
Favorite video game. How many of these things did they not bring up ever again?
RA9. We did not learn who RA9 was.
Or what RA9 is.
Red Ice, the magic drug.
Did not come back.
Kamsky
had one scene and apparently could have another scene, but still, that's 2 scenes.
Amanda!
What was she? Who was she? She was a consciousness, but I don't know. Who cares?
Did you just code a person?
He coded...
No. Did Kamsky make a black slave for himself?
An Amanda code for himself.
Think about it. Think about it. He's not a chemist, though. Or an engineer.
No.
What was CyberLife's plan?
Make Connor think he was a deviant, but then not actually be a deviant, but then try to kill the leader of the revolution. Yeah, that's totally a plan.
How do androids work?
Who knows?
The blood does everything,
you can
except
maybe
not.
Deactivate their temperature, how they can feel the temperature, but does that mean anything? I don't know.
What happened to Todd?
I mean, in NL's playthrough, he's dead, so that's easy,
fair.
But...
What made androids go deviant? How did that happen?
Who knows?
What was the relationship between Carl and Kamsky?
Yeah, why did Kamsky give Marcus to Carl?
And what was the deal with Hank, his past, and what happened to him before the story began?
Who knows? Maybe you'll find it in another playthrough, but who knows?
Probably not. Kitty, are you ready to go all in?
Let's go. We should probably take a break.
Oh, you want to take a break?
A quick break while we look up the wiki.
And then we will fucking dive in.
We'll dive into the things that we did not see.
And we're back. For the last part of this nonsense, we have opened up the Detroit Become Human wiki.
Fan Wikia.
And we're going to start with RA9.
Oh no.
I love that when you look up RA9, it's RA9 and then RA9 theories.
Oof.
So here we go. It's a word repeatedly used by deviant androids.
Meanings.
Despite many characters offering input, the exact nature and origin of RA9R is never conclusively solved or explained.
It should be is, but yes.
Yeah, it is never explained.
Nope. Something of
This
a higher power.
This statue makes no sense then.
Yeah. Referred to multiple deviant androids, first android to wake up and become deviant and return and free others of its kind.
This is it? There's nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing here.
RA9 is never explained. Yeah, they will answer it in DLC. Fuck that.
Yeah, or a potential sequel. Oh, it's possible that Kamsky himself is the cause of RA9, a subroot or a virus, maybe. It's also possible... Oh, go back up there. That was another one. It's also possible RA9 is programmed to cyberlife androids without the consent of Kamsky.
Well, Amanda states, we engineer an android revolution. She does not state if Kamsky is involved in this act. Ralph is an example that recognition of RA9 can be subconscious.
I don't remember who Ralph is.
Who the fuck is Ralph?
It's fine.
While Carlos Ortiz android and Luther believe in RA9 as religious figure, despite claims by Kamsky that the belief may be irrational and thus unproven.
Anyway, and then the theories of who is the titular android, Kara, from the demo, could be RA9.
Oh, so these are just fucking... RA9 is Alice?
Alice is the first android that could be... Yeah, and then listen... Fan theory is that...
because she's 9 years old. Fuck, get out of here. Okay,
here we go. Fan theory that Chloe is RA9. Chloe was the first one programmed and was the first to pass the Turing test. The fact that the player is asked whether to free Chloe or not would suggest the player is perhaps RA9, the machine making choices and feeling the first and feeling.
That's dumb. Also, I love. Okay, are you ready for this one? Okay, this theory.
Kamsky is RA9.
No. He was made by Amanda because she was too old to start a company.
All right, listen.
She was too old and black to start a company.
No, we're going the RAI theory. What is this?
Kitty.
I know. Possible biblical reference. It could be a biblical reference. RA9 is his religious figure in the game. In biblical numerology, R is the 18th letter, A is the first, and 9 corresponds to the 9th verse of the first, the New Testament, which reads... Yet
for love's sake, I rather beseech thee, being such and one as Paul the aged, and now also a prisoner of Jesus Christ, I beseech thee for my son Onesimus, whom I have forgotten in my... What the fuck is this?
I have begotten in my bonds.
Kitty.
Onesius was a runaway slave. What is...
That's dumb. So who the fuck is the RAI theory? Okay, this is clearly a person who submits to this wiki.
Yeah, this is dumb.
So I feel like we have to look up endings now. I opened up the characters, but fuck it. I was looking through fucking Connor, and it's a fucking mess.
Yeah.
What was the other thing? When did you look up Kamsky?
Kamsky.
Fuck it. What's Kamsky?
He missed his... Oh, it's just Kamsky. I was thinking
Elijah Kamsky. Oh, this is from the other video. Because there's apparently a preview video that shows him, but the game doesn't show it, so
his
fuck
IQ is 171. And he studied to become an
AI graduate.
AI graduate? I don't know what that means.
She's Amanda Stern. We'll check Amanda in a second.
Straight after graduating university, he moved to Detroit, made the first intelligent android. He made Therium. Even though he developed Therium, even though he isn't a trained chemist.
In spite of not being a chemist, he invented that. It's fine.
Made the first android to pass the Turing test. He filed a profile. Okay, whatever.
We just jumped from he did it to he's now a billionaire. Okay.
When the company approached that,
oh my god, Kitty, there's nothing. Kamsky created the first version of the Zen Garden.
Oh, which is where?
Which you equip with a backdoor exit. What does that mean?
That's where Connor is.
No. I know, but what is a backdoor exit to a fucking application? It's a fucking application.
It's fine. Carl is friends. Wow, that's it.
Kamsky's friends with Carl Manfred and gifted him an RK series prototype Marcus after Carl's accident.
Carl had an accident?
Well, I guess that's why he was in a wheelchair.
Of course, because he didn't just get old. He had an accident.
That's it.
Oh, that's in the game. That's the Kamsky test. Yeah.
We are not reading fan theories. Fuck this.
No. Some first name, maybe a reference to the prophet Elijah.
Wait, who is this? Isn't Gavin Reed the fucking bad cop? It's voiced by the same guy who voices the fucking bad cop.
Yeah, sounds about right.
We're not doing it might be a biblical reference because David Cage is not smart enough to do research. I don't believe he would actually go out of his way to read the Bible.
It's true.
So there we go. There is nothing on Kamsky.
Let's go to Amanda. That's the real life photo of that woman.
Kitty,
wow, her.
This is 2 paragraphs.
Yeah.
There's a photo of her. She was Kamsky's teacher. Oh my god.
And she's a human and was an AI professor.
Oh my god.
And that's it.
Are you fucking with me? There's nothing here.
Wow, that's really
oh my god,
bad.
what else, Kitty? Fucking...
gee,
I wonder if Red Eyes...
You had Carl Manfred up, too.
Oh, yeah. Carl Manfred. Is that the correct term for that?
Yeah.
Okay, but I thought that was for all limbs.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that is for all limbs.
Yeah, but he can use his hands. He uses them for
or
eating.
is that quadriplegic?
I think you're right, actually.
Hold still.
It's fine. What, is there something in my nose?
Yeah.
Fucking... This is stuff we learned from the magazine. He had a son named Leo, but fucking, no, whatever, it's fine.
Leo is addicted to an unnamed drug, potentially Red Eyes. At some point, Carl is
he became friends with Elijah Kamsky.
Yep.
This is it.
A caretaker and a companion.
Kitty, this is it.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just... okay, Night of the Soul. If Carl survives in Broken...
How does he survive?
In the chapter Broken, Carl and Marcus return from the Museum of Modern Art later that night, only to discover Leo has broken into his studio to steal artwork. Leo plans on selling the artwork for money. Carl gets angry and tells Marcus to make Leo leave. Leo will get upset and start hitting Marcus, and Carl will tell Marcus not to defend himself. If Marcus follows Carl's order and endures assault, Carl will die from a heart attack.
What?
Leo will lie to the arriving officers and say Marcus killed Carl. If Marcus fights back, he will knock Leo unconscious. Carl warns Marcus that the arriving officers will believe he's the aggressor and destroy him. He yells at him to run away. If Carl's die, an auction of a collection of his paintings in the following week is announced.
In a magazine.
So,
wow.
If you attack Leo, Carl lives.
That seems stupid.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
That's dumb. How do you end up with the scene with him coming back to life then? Does he not change his eye color?
Oh, yeah. What the hell? That's weird. I don't know. And you
so
go to a hospital bed instead of...
In his home, his condition having deteriorated considerably after Marcus left, Marcus arrives at his house where an android caretaker tells him that he does not want any visitors and his condition is poor.
But Marcus converts the android in order to gain access to the house.
Carl will be happy to see him. Carl will say he's not the Marcus he once knew. Yeah, because Marcus's character has changed.
If Marcus persists with this behavior, Carl will die of a heart attack.
If the conversation isn't violent, Carl will tell him that he's like a son to him and that Marcus has courage. He will then go back to sleep and Marcus leaves. Wow.
What the fuck?
Wow. I love that, if Carl is dead, you meet Leo at the grave, but they do not interact.
Yep.
That's dumb. Oof, these are bad images. Oof.
Yeah.
That's bad.
That's pretty bad.
It's bad. Okay, what about... there's no way to fucking... It's just drugs. It's just the drugs. Oh, what about Todd? Let's see what else there's about Todd. Yeah, by the way, Red Eyes is just Red Eyes, and that's it. It doesn't go back. It's fine.
Yep.
Wait, known users. Is it literally all the... fucking... Yeah, there you go. Fucking... Whoop. Oh, no. I meant to fucking... Todd!
Todd.
I want to know if this mentions about his wife, or...
Yep.
He says that fucking Alice is his daughter. Where is it? Yeah, daughter in quotation fingers.
Because he has an unnamed daughter.
Unnamed ex-wife.
So
Todd had a wife and a daughter. Unhappy with his behavior and actions, his wife left him and took their daughter with her. Todd claims she entered into a relationship with an accountant.
I remember that.
After his wife left, Todd acquired the Alice model.
And then he purchased Kara.
Yeah, to look after the house and the child. To live with in the modest house in spite of him having no job and no money. What the fuck? That's it.
That's it.
I'm kidding. I'm noticing a theme here. A theme of nothing mattering. Okay.
Wait, whoa.
Okay.
If Kara obeys, Todd will kill Alice in a fit of rage and then turn his anger onto Kara for letting it happen. If spared, he'll head to there and he'll be on television. If he isn't killed in the stormy night, Todd can be seen in the battle for Detroit. If Kara, Alice, and optionally Luke Leire make it to the bus stop. He grabs Kara and calls for security, claiming she stole his little girl. However, if you saw his family photo from Alice's box...
And as to the chain of events, his wife took their daughter out, blah, blah, blah.
The additional option is unlocked. The second dialogue choice, he can be reasoned with and call off the guard.
He breaks down, admits his fault, and wishes Kara and Alice good luck. If not stopped by Kara, Alice hugs Todd and forgives him before they leave.
Jesus Christ.
If you act hostile to and not use the unlocked dialogue, he will tell the U.S. Army officers that they're androids, but Leire will save you if he is with you, and if Leire is not, there Kara and Alice will be executed.
Jesus Christ. So he's brought back just to have another moment.
Fantastic.
Forgive your abusers. That's another great.
That's another
great lesson to learn from David Cage.
It's really, really important. Yeah. Fuck it. Let's look up endings. Let's go. Oh my god. Is there no endings?
How do we?
I'm just looking up endings. I want to fucking know. You know what? Okay. Oh, no. Wait, hold up.
We don't want that.
Detroit become human.
Walkthrough?
I guess it would be walkthrough? It must be walkthrough, huh? Battle for Detroit.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow, this is really badly organized.
Okay. This is actually badly organized. Oh, this is just a... Wait, no.
This is just like...
This is really bad. You know what? Fuck it. Detroit become human. All endings. There you go. Ha.
Every ending explained.
Okay. Do you want IGN or Digital Trends?
I've never heard of Digital Trends.
Fucking IGN.
Yeah.
Let's go IGN. Too much water, IGN. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's fine. I'm fine with the spoilers. I just want to know so I don't have to ever look at this game ever again. You're like, are you guys gonna ever play this game? Probably not.
Only if you guys pay us.
Only if you if someone wants to buy the game.
Oh, okay. So here we go. Go scroll back up. They had a name for this one.
This is
Become Human Good Ending.
Good ending. This ending occurs when Marcus chooses to lead a passive resistance and peaceful protest.
This is the good ending.
Kara and Alice escapes the government and cross the border to start a new life in Canada, and Connor abandons his anti-android mission and joins the revolution. Fuck the steps. Oh, that's just it.
Oh, so...
Oh, I mean, I guess here's the requirements,
and then they have
I guess.
the video for it.
Oh, Connor gaining sympathy for deviants in his interactions with them. This includes not executing the traces at the Eden Club or Chloe in Meet Kamsky. Yeah, fucking always be pacifist. That's fine. You make it to the border.
Keeping the bus ticket and avoiding capture.
Marcus must also not make a deal. Oh, yeah, because the FBI agent offers you a chance to live on your own, but sacrifice everybody else.
Yeah.
The human bad ending. This ending occurs when the androids' right movement becomes a rebellious uprising. Kara fails to protect Alice and escape the government crackdown on deviant androids, and Connor betrays his people in the name of accomplishing his people for the corporate heads of cyberlife.
Normal main characters, if they do, there's still a bad ending for them. Yeah.
Oh, and then we go character base. Okay, Marcus. The best case scenario for Marcus is that he survives to the end credits and no longer has to worry about the U.S. government decommissioning his people. His revolution can succeed in several ways, either as a peaceful liberation movement that succeeds in part due to the sympathy of the American public, or a violent uprising against the government that asserts androids' independence regardless of public opinion.
Okay.
Marcus can be killed in several options in the story, including blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Kara's best case scenario is the one wherein she, Alice, and their new protector, Leire, make it through the border without having to sacrifice themselves or anyone else to start their new life. This happens when Kara, Alice, and Leire are able to make it to the border and get past the security's checkpoint without being captured. So the river will lead to just sadness.
Yeah.
Conversely, Kara and Alice can find themselves captured by the government and sent to an android recall camp during the battle for Detroit. We saw that. Kara has the option to abandon Alice and escape or remain by her side, but if Marcus fails to liberate the camp, they will both be permanently decommissioned. Jesus. You can also escape.
Yeah.
Kara and Alice can meet their own ends during the chapters, blah, 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 blah.
And then Leire can also meet his end during the last chapter, too.
You're sacrificing. Connor, well, able to be killed at many points in the story, can meet his ultimate end in Cyberlife Tower or on the streets of Detroit. Connor's good ending occurs when he A. chooses to become a deviant in Crossroads, B. successfully defeats the security team and his duplicate model at the Cyberlife Tower, and frees the thousands of androids in there, and C. manages to overcome Cyberlife's hacking attempt after the androids are tentatively granted their independence.
So Hank has nothing to do with Connor's good ending.
Yeah. Which is funny. Connor can also remain loyal to save her life and then must confront and defeat Marcus during the battle for Detroit.
That's kind of cool.
If he succeeds and completes his mission, however, he's informed by Amanda after the main credits that he's been replaced by RK-900 model and will be decommissioned. Consequently, Hank will also commit suicide during the Night of the Soul if Connor remains loyal to his mission and fails to make a bond with him.
Jesus Christ.
Oof. Oh, choices and consequences. Well, this is fantastic.
Oh, this isn't very much.
Did the article end? Or was there more?
No, that was it. How Connor deals with the deviant in Chapter 1 is irrelevant.
Yeah, I love that. Oh, that's great.
We're not just reading this, not because, stuff. We're just, bored.
Yeah, no.
Convince.
There's nothing.
Choose intervene to keep the android alive.
Okay, I want to check something, because I saw something, fucking Detroit Kamsky ending. I want to know what the Kamsky ending is.
How to get the secret Kamsky ending.
Yeah.
Oh, now go on to Detroit Become Human endings guide.
Oh, here you go. Fuck, yeah, let's fucking go. None of this matters. Oh, the dirty bomb. Under the resting circumstances, North will tell Marcus about a dirty bomb in Detroit during the Crossroads chapter. Taking the switch from her gives you the option to use it to force the authorities to spare the androids during the protest in the battle for Detroit.
Ah, okay. So.
Let me just scroll through this. Yeah, we know fucking revolution and endings.
You choose Marcus and go forward with the violent.
Defeating soldiers and taking down the camp, and who dies along the way, although it seems that Simon and Josh are killed no matter what, and only North can be saved in his endings.
If you go violent.
If you go violent, yeah.
Connor, if he decides to become a deviant.
Protest endings?
So that's if you protest instead of revolutionize.
Yeah. Choosing to protest rather than fight has its own... Oh, yeah, this is the one that we saw.
Yeah, this is the one that we saw, yeah.
The options are pretty much the same for Connor and the protest endings, depending on whether you chose for Connor to become deviant or not, and what his relationship is like with Hank, or if Hank is still alive. This is the one that we saw. Blah, blah, blah. You can actually attempt to assassinate Marcus if you're actually still a machine. That's funny.
Yeah. And then Hank will try to kill you.
Yeah, that's funny. Kara's endings. Yeah, we know that.
Kara dies, Kara makes it to the border, Kara makes it to the river, Kara in the android camp.
Yeah, which we saw.
Get the happiest ending. Everyone lives.
Apparently there's extra bonus scenes, but this is it for Marcus, for Connor and Hank. They just see each other outside of the chicken feed.
Dumb.
Yeah, it's actually really bad. Where's the fucking secret endings? Yeah, racing
You
north.
need to take the dirty bomb switch to get the happiest ending, apparently.
Do you?
That's what this says.
Wow.
Take it from her. Just don't ever use it.
Wow. You have to befriend Hank if you want Connor's best ending.
Empathetic and all that.
Big empathy all the way through. Save Hank. Break through the programming.
For Kara, you gotta
stay right with Alice. Go with Luther. Avoid conflict. Choose to stay with Alice. Save Luther. Stay alive.
Fair. Where's the secret camp scan?
What about the fucking... Is that just the... I think that's just Connor's bad ending. Look, let's fucking... Because I heard about it and I want to know. Because apparently the Kamsky ending is fucking... Connor failing at revealing Jericho's location.
This is all theory.
Oh, it's a theory. Fuck this. Are we just gonna watch the video?
We might have to.
Okay, let's see. We're just reading a random article. Please push me through. Dango Duo must know we're doing our journalistic duty.
We are
looking up all the endings. The fact that these endings are not named. They're just fucking different flavors of endings.
Here,
I hate that.
I'm gonna help you.
Oh, thank you. What? Kamsky.
There we go. Alternatively, if Connor avoids being empathetic, he will gain Amanda's trust.
The most defining moment comes during the Kamsky test, where a former blah 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 blah.
You'll learn nothing about Kamsky. Go. In the secret post-credits ending, if you choose to spare Chloe's life during the... Oh, we already did that.
Yeah.
That's it?
Oh my god. That video's fucking bullshit then.
What? We're gonna go watch videos probably after this podcast. It's been 2 hours. We can't do this live on the podcast.
You know what I think?
What?
There's less.
Yeah.
There's less than we thought.
Apparently so.
I was expecting there to be a big aha moment of oh yeah.
No.
This game fucking sucks.
Yeah. We will not be playing this game unless
you pay us. Unless someone goes into the Amazon wishlist in the description down below and purchases the game.
Which is not on the Amazon wishlist.
What a fucking mess.
Yeah.
What a mess.
Yeah.
Kitty, closing thoughts on Detroit Become Human?
Everybody's right. This is a good game.
Oh, no, see. Okay, visually speaking, good. Mechanically speaking, I mean, it plays on like fucking the other games.
Yeah, and Beyond Two Souls has
the music is good. Look up at the soundtrack.
Yeah.
The actors do a good performance when David Cage is not actually telling them to not act. That's a real thing. We talked about it in the previous episode. But when it comes to the writing...
The writing, of course, David Cage fucked it up again.
The best friends nailed it when they were like, yeah, no, if David Cage wasn't writing these games, they would actually be like pulling out amazing games.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for David Cage's atrocious writing. It's not only the fact that he's picking up a subject that he has
clearly has no idea what
to do with. He's still a bad,
doesn't care
inconsistent, lazy writer.
He relies on tropes instead of writing an original story.
Yeah, you know, and who goes for shock value instead of actually telling a meaningful story. And I'm actually a little shocked to find out that there's less. RA9 never explained, and it's so very. Also, who's the antagonist in this story?
Humans.
Just all humans.
Humans. Because humans are the baddies.
That sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks when there's like... And I'm not saying a story has to have a clear antagonist. Of course it doesn't.
No.
But like... we're supposed to root for the androids, but we're never given any opposition. We're never given like the counter-argument. We're never seen...
Unless you're just an asshole.
Yeah, and all the humans we meet who are antagonistic in nature are all assholes. The FBI agent is an asshole. Fucking Todd's an asshole. But like Carl is not actually a fucking character. He's there for 2 fucking scenes. As is his son Leo, but his son Leo's a fucking asshole.
And is only there for like 2 scenes again.
All humans are shown to be flawed and fucking assholes, fucking addicted to drugs, addicted to sex, abusing androids,
stopping their cause, etc., etc.
And you know, like the fact that we never have any chance to have the argument of like, you know, like is what androids are feeling true,
real,
real,
not a malfunction somehow.
Are they actually emotions? And we never have that argument.
No, we never get to talk about it. Hey, like Connor gets kind of close to it, but it's like only from his perspective. He's like, I am a machine
designed to do
to accomplish a mission.
Yeah,
and it's about the closest thing we get, and that's probably why Connor's the best character in this game, because he's the closest it gets to actually trying to discuss what's happening.
Yeah, and Marcus gets pushed into that and never actually talks or externalizes why that's important.
Yeah.
Jericho is a whole plot thread that's dumb.
Yes.
That makes no sense from the beginning.
Yeah.
The additional characters from Jericho are all like North is like...
North has the most story, but it's
also, isn't it great that North goes through like 3 different character designs just to make sure that she stays as good at eye candy?
3 outfits, and it's like, Jesus Christ.
Kiss North. Kiss North for heterosexual ending.
Woo. Yeah, this game dumb.
This game is bad.
This game dumb.
Where does this game rank, Kitty? Is this the best David Cage game?
It's kind of weird, though, because it almost needs, like, 2 scales. This is the best-looking, best-playing David Cage game.
Yeah?
I think it's the worst-written David Cage game.
By the way, we're not counting Omicron.
Omicron gets a point for somehow him roping David Bowie into it. But that doesn't count because you can't play it, basically. And
I think that the story here is worse than Indigo Prophecy, because Indigo Prophecy is stupid from like hour 2.
Yeah. Once you get past the first couple of scenes,
and at the 40, I think it's 40% mark of the game, it just actually shits itself.
Yeah.
Like you have a character fighting a helicopter up in the sky. It actually just shits its pants. And at that point, you can't take it seriously anymore.
Yento.
Detroit just kind of like lingers there. There's no supernatural shit in this game.
No, I'll
No, don't give it no credit. No credit for being boring.
No.
This feels David Cage, but also this feels control. This feels like David Cage sitting in his writing room being grumpy that he can't write supernatural alien shit.
Fair.
You know?
Because like it was like, David, nobody likes Beyond Two Souls. You got to give them more of what they want. They want the heavy rain. He's like, you guys cut my supernatural out of it.
Yeah, you tell me I can't make fucking RA9 an alien.
Darn it.
Like RA9 doesn't come back. That's nonsensical.
I was honestly surprised.
Kamsky apparently is a background character.
Yeah.
Like, the lack of caring about any of, like, the world building.
Yeah.
But hey, it feels good.
It feels good to be done with it.
We're never gonna have to talk about Detroit ever again.
Yeah.
And that's good. The cat wants to get out, and honestly, we want to get out too. Twitter.
Yep.
You want to follow us on Twitter? Description below and on the screen right now. We have an Amazon wish list. Detroit is not on it. You can't buy it for us.
You can't buy it for us.
Maybe
Maybe one day when we're streaming, we'll have like a sub goal or something to play stupid Detroit.
That's something we could do. And of course, Patreon. Patreon.com/Dango Duo is the #1 place to support us and what we do. You can get early access to these videos. You know what to do. And of course, get a shout out like the following people.
Can we bring up a list again?
Oh, you want the list?
People.
You want the list?
I want the list.
You get the list, Bet.
Thank
Just
you.
talk to the viewers while I fucking open it up.
Yenta really wants
Oh,
to
please.
get out, but
Oh, I'm really hoping with all my heart that, like, I'm logged in. Okay, good.
that's good.
And
It's like when I saw it, it was glitching out. So
you know what? That's fair.
that's why I'm like, I don't know what's happening, but I want to make sure I know everybody's here.
I'm fucking happy that Detroit is over. I'm so happy that it's over.
Fair, honestly.
Here you go.
There we go.
And now we can't actually screw it up.
Oh, look it. It's all in order.
A big shout out to Amelia,
Angela.
Aniexo Hoshi,
Arizos.
Leire,
And Luna.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you.
Whoop 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 whoop
Hands
whoop
up. Hey,
whoop
don't-
whoop
don't.
whoop 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 whoop.
Yeah, you're just stretching.
Whoop 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 whoop
Hands up, come here.
whoop whoop whoop
Hands
whoop
up.
whoop
Yenta,
whoop
come here.
whoop 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 whoop.
Yenta, please, give me something.
He's by the door. He wants to escape, and honestly, I want to escape too.
Sure.
It feels good.
To be done.
It feels good to be done.
It's true.
And I hope that you enjoyed our suffering.
Yep.
This was indeed the SUFFERCAST.
The SUFFERCAST.
If you suffered through this with us, we salute you. And to all the David Cages out there in the world,
Fuck you.
fuck you.